following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. He is a good, clean boy. He is Timmy.
Oh, man. It's good to see you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm great. Want to know why?
No.
Actually, I'm not great. We have another death to announce. We have two deaths to announce.
Gosh.
You know, Jim Irsay died, which, that's a shame.
We weren't huge fans.
I remain not a huge fan of Jim Irsay, but he had a family and loved ones and people who cared about him, and so that is a sad story.
Saw Peyton Manning's statement for him, as you would expect. Being brought into the NFL when he was the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, and they had a hell of a lot of success because they were able to draft a guy like Peyton Manning and became one of the league's greatest quarterbacks ever.
People have said very good things about him. McAfee had very nice things to say about him, and so he will be missed by many people. R.I.P. Jim Irsay. Also, I think more importantly for us, the life expectancy of a Paul Finebomb show radio caller is not very long. These are people that tend to consume large amounts of kerosene, maybe smoke some heaters,
maybe
don't
25 beers a football game.
Don't seek out the appropriate medical treatment, preventative care, as we like to say.
Sure.
Right?
Be proactive with your health.
And so I'd like to point out today that Larry from Shelby, another Paul Finebomb caller, has died. Now, who is Larry from Shelby? This is Larry from Shelby.
One of the truly iconic callers in the history of this show, Larry Wallace. Larry from Shelby has passed away, according to several of his friends. We heard from Larry just last week. It was an absolutely heartbreaking and gut-wrenching call, but he was on oxygen, on a ventilator at the hospital, but he wanted to call, and we felt fairly certain it would be his final call. But we are so appreciative of him and his family for keeping us up to date.
All right, that's Finebomb talking about Larry.
That's not Larry.
We have a clip.
That's Paul.
Right, we have a clip from Larry.
That's very nice of Paul to give some time on his show to pay a little tribute to the callers who are his listeners as well.
Paul knows who pays the bills. Guys like Phyllis from Mulga, Tammy, the crazy Auburn fan, and now Larry. They're together in the afterlife, if such a thing exists. And they're still gathering around, listening to Paul Finebomb.
I'm sure they are.
We'll hear from Larry and what he was famous for coming up a little bit later. I do want to talk about something I normally don't talk about, though.
Okay.
Sat down last night.
Yeah.
Saw some of the scuttlebutt on social media because I was watching the hockey game.
Mm-hmm. I was watching the NBA game.
Well, and then I flipped.
Whoa,
I am not, living on a prayer. I flipped it over because, I'm not an NBA guy.
I know that. I know.
But my God.
I know.
I'm going to do the typical.
Jesus.
I'm going to do the typical, like Mike Francesa sports radio thing. Those Pacers. My God.
I mean, they were down what were they? It was down 15 points with 2 minutes left.
They were down a lot.
How they do that? How is that even possible?
They were down. What was it?
Incredible. I don't care what
down
the sheet
8
says.
with 50 seconds left.
They were down 14 with 2.5 minutes left. I mean, it was not their game. All right, it was not their game.
I got a stat
everywhere.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Pacers tweeted this out. Since 96-97, teams that have trailed by 7+ in the final 50 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime in the playoffs are 4 and 1,702. We have 3 of those wins, and they're all this year.
Unreal.
Think about that.
Incredible.
Wrap your head around it.
What does that say something about today's basketball players, that they're not locked in enough as much as they should be
I don't
in the
know
final minute?
if
A little
that's
bit
the
of
case.
statistical anomaly there, and a little bit of the modern player and how you got to play to the very, very end. Maybe, but
Yeah, right.
the 3-point shot obviously is something that guys are taking the 3-point shot and then therefore making a lot more 3-point baskets than ever before. I mean, you'll look up there and it's not uncommon to see teams shooting 45. I think the Celtics shot 62, close to 73s in a game here in a postseason game. But I mean, you saw the highlight, right, of Halliburton's shot. That ball can't go in. What was that, 25 feet above the rim?
I thought that
Boings off the back
when he
iron.
hit some of those shots against the Cavs, too.
Oh, my God.
Where he made the shots, but they were just terrible shots, but he made them.
It's just the way he's sprinting. How there's no feet getting set, shoulders square. Just the ability to be able to get that shot off, and it's anywhere in the vicinity of the rim. I don't understand how to get touch,
Timmy,
rotation.
here's
arc.
my analysis.
Wow.
Analysis. He is really something.
Tyrese, that
Halliburton
piece of fish. He is good.
I'll tell you,
is good.
When Dick Cheney made him in his secret lab, Halliburton, wasn't that Cheney's company?
I don't know. Was that his company?
Wasn't
Something that
his,
sounded like that?
I think it was. Wasn't it
Halliburton?
I don't know. Who cares?
LLC?
Yeah, I believe so.
Thanks.
You are
How you doing,
correct.
Ted?
I'm doing good, Mike.
There he is. We got Too Hot with Teddy coming up today. That's exciting.
Yes, Teddy's got some sound for us. He's going to dazzle us. So anyway, watched the game last night. Was thoroughly entertained. Then the hockey game was also entertaining because the Dallas Stars come back and win that game. I don't care who wins, Stars, Oilers, I don't care. Rimmer wants the Oilers to win, so I guess I'm rooting for the Stars because I have to. Because I'm a rat bastard. That's why.
Why you got to do that?
Because I have to argue with the elderly.
He
That's
spent
why.
5 great years in Edmonton.
Rimmer?
Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed my broadcasting career there.
Impregnated a moose.
It's
He was there.
You got to find something else north of the border. Yesterday was moose jaw. Today it's impregnating a moose.
They got a lot of moose.
There's moonshine up there. You know, Canadian beer tastes like moonshine.
I don't think moonshine when I think of Edmonton.
Oh, look at how far north Edmonton is.
It's very
and
north.
try to understand how there can even be civilization that far north.
So I'm watching it, and it looks like the Oilers going to win this game. Stars get 3 power play goals. In the game?
Yeah.
No. In the third period.
Unbelievable.
3 power play goals in the third period. You want to talk about crapping down your leg and your special teams letting you down? That was Edmonton's game, and they blew it.
Yeah. No.
And the Stars, they won the game. They walked right through the door.
And I will tell you, because I had the double box up for maybe about a half an hour last night, but I wasn't supremely locked into the NHL
How
game.
many TVs you got?
Just one.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I got 3
On the same wall?
No, in the house. I mean, it's pretty good.
No, but
They're
it has
all-
2 television sets.
No, I got 3.
I thought you had the big wall.
I took that down.
Why?
Because I says to myself, I'm watching sports and I got 2 42 or 43 inch TV
You felt
screens.
like you couldn't focus?
And I said, these are not big enough. These are not good enough.
We'll get some bigger ones. You got a big wall.
Well, if I get 2 bigger TVs, then I'm using up too much of that wall space. So I got rid of the 2 and then went massive.
What's the size?
Went big. 75.
I got a 75.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what?
right?
I got 2 of those.
Whoa.
I got 2 75s.
Whoa. Must be nice.
Oh,
I mean,
it
when
is.
you got a,
You just started working afternoons,
3,700
Timmy.
square foot basement, you got to,
You just
you gotta
started
fill it
working
with
afternoons. We'll
things.
get you there.
I want to get an 85. I want the 85. That's a thing now.
Oh, I know it's a thing. My parents bought one.
They got one?
And you know who wanted it? The old lady.
Mom wanted it.
Mom wanted it.
Mom wanted. Well, she can't see, right?
I don't know.
The peepers aren't working as well
That's
as they
true.
used to.
I did have to tell her to
They
take
listen
the
on
tweezer to
100?
the upper lip the other day because she couldn't see that. Her and my dad both. It's like, hey, Gomez, you got 3 long hairs.
Don't you look in the mirror when you wake up?
I didn't see it. Thanks for telling me.
Is that the worst part of getting old is when hair just starts growing out of orifices?
No, I think the
Not
worst part
growing
about getting
on your
old
body, out of orifices.
not being able to move or think like you once did. Although I did see something today. Kristen sent me this because she makes fun of me all the time because I take naps on Saturdays and Sundays.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong.
It's a beautiful
As a matter
thing.
of fact, people who take afternoon naps,
Happier.
their brain ages more slowly. So it's like you get 6.5 years of your life back because your brain likes that afternoon nap. So you may go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but it'll take you a longer time than someone who doesn't nap.
So we're going nutso at 88 instead of 82, you're saying? Better chance of that?
If we make it that long.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to have a heart that works.
We have to have a beating
and
heart.
arteries that are unclogged.
I did have a hell of a lunch today. So, I mean, I kind of went a little bit overboard with lunch. I had a lot of Mickey D's, but it was good.
What is going through the mind of the average Ohio State football fan? We're going to tell you. Coming up next, Colin Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident if you're traveling on Bryce Road at I-70. And we also have some delay due to an accident that's on Brown Road at Frank Road. Police are on scene there, adding to that holdup. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle of the night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. We'll say that again. Real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. Pick your flavor, pick your mix-ins, or try one of our featured recipes. And get an ice cream quake made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes, new from United Dairy Farmers.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
Have you ever wanted your tropical vacation to last longer? Of course you have. And now it can, thanks to Oakland Nursery. Bring that tropical paradise to your backyard. Create an island retreat complete with tropical hibiscus, palm trees, mandevilla, gardenias, citrus, and banana plants, flowering cannas, and more. The lush exotic greens and vibrant tropical colors that make life more fun, now in your own backyard thanks to Oakland. If you haven't been to Oakland Nursery, you simply haven't been to a nursery.
Bats are us when dreams sunk in. Bats are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bats are us when dreams sunk in. Bats are us.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we're at the Virtues Golf Club in Nashport, and we'll get a final check-in on next week's Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's Sponsored Jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Scattered shower chances continue through the afternoon. It is going to be a struggle for the upper 50s for highs today. Temperatures will drop to the 40s tonight as rain shower chances diminish. Could see a stray shower Friday, but mostly dry, more sunshine and a high near 60. Warming up, drying out this weekend. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
The #1 pizza expert and the #4 college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
You know what I'm doing tonight, Timmy?
What are you doing? I think I know.
I took some, I like to make the meatballs, but I like to make them in big batches. And then I take the airtight thing, you know, the sucky thing.
The
The
vacuum
sealer.
I was thinking of the sous vide that you cook in a thingy with that. You're sucking.
I'm sucking the air out, and then I put them in the chest freezer. Right? I portion them out, 5, 6 meatballs for a weeknight dinner.
Yeah.
Because then you just defrost them all day and you plop them in some sauce and they're ready to go.
No, that's very smart. How long do you like to keep things even in the freezer?
If you get the air out of it, they'll last a good couple years.
Well, you actually
now the meatballs won't last that long.
I wouldn't think you'd like to eat year-old meat, even if it's in the freezer.
You get it cold enough and you take the air out. I'll serve it to you. You wouldn't know the difference. Now, let me get back to my original point because I am doing a commercial here.
I wouldn't have been none the wiser.
I understand. It's Coors Light time.
Yes.
It's Coors Light time. So I took out the meatballs. Normally, I make a little pasta with the meatballs, but not tonight. I got some fresh hoagie rolls. I got some provolone cheese.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make myself a meatball hoagie. What goes well with a meatball hoagie?
Yes.
Ice cold Coors Light. The mug is in the freezer. It's frosting. My nipples are hard just thinking about it. So be like me tonight. You can't have my balls, but you can have my beer. Coors Light. 21 means 21. Please drink responsibly.
But where does the meat go?
In the slit of the bun.
Oh, you cut it.
Slit.
You just give it a nice little
This is not amateur hour. You
slit.
need a little undercarriage to hold that sauce.
Yeah.
And you want to hold those meatballs. You don't want to have just floppy balls out of there.
I've been making my sandwiches this past week with some Audino's Bakery Kaiser rolls. Those are good. Like very thick, got a good chew to them.
Those are a little bit too thick for me.
No. I like it to be thick. And
sometimes thick is
I am
bad.
Stacking these sandwiches high, and you got it. My word to the wise for people that don't do it this way: don't just get regular slices of your lunch meat. Shave it. If you have
really piss off that deli person.
Piss them off. You go to the right deli, they put a smile on their face because they It shows that you mean business. It shows that you know what you want
It
with
also
your sandwich
takes
meat.
them 3 times longer to do it if they got a big line. They care.
They don't care.
Yes, they care.
Well, go to a deli, all right? Go to an actual delicatessen. Don't just go to the grocery store in the
delicatessen?
back. Go to a place that's more of a smaller shop that's a deli. That's not in the middle of the grocery store. And you're going to get better prices
give me
that
an example.
way.
What are we talking about? You just walk into Jersey Mike's and say, can you slice me some meat?
I've got a deli/farm store that is less than a 3-minute drive from my Meijer.
I don't know what
Called
the hell's going
Coal-Wise.
on. I don't have a deli farm store close
You
by.
guys up there in the Dublin area should think about opening one. You should run it.
I'll get Randy the Ram to slice my meat.
You're a meat guy. Is that the wrestler?
Don't you remember he was working in the deli?
He cut his finger off.
He punched the machine then. Hand got all bloody.
That guy was a little bit unhinged.
Mickey Rourke?
Him and the wrestler.
Mickey Rooney?
Mickey's especially. Mickey Rourke is gone. He's crazier than Randy the Ram.
He is Randy the Ram. Who do you think's crazier, Mickey Rourke or Gary Busey?
Randy the Ram, not a real guy. That wasn't based on a true story, was it? It just feels like it was.
All those wrestlers are Randy the Ram.
They are.
All of them.
Yep, they all
All right,
are.
Ohio State Buckeye fans. The Athletic did a survey of more than 1,000 Ohio State football fans. Now, again, when I say what's the average Ohio State football fan thinking about, I understand the average Ohio State football fan is like the dude that slices your deli. And he's got his opinion on Ohio State.
Right.
His opinions are valid too, but they're asking the people that subscribe to The Athletic. So clearly they're a little bit maybe more involved in sports news and information than Randy the Ram is. Here's a question. Jack Sawyer recently said winning a national championship is more important than winning the game against Michigan. Do you agree? 89.3% said yes. 10.7% said no.
Now, he also, to add context, he in no way was saying that they aren't putting everything in their bones.
I understand what he said. I'm not
into beating
ripping him.
Michigan. It was just I would have there's a pecking order there.
I would have voted yes too.
Me too.
Those numbers are about where I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
What's your level of confidence that Ohio State can end the 4-game losing streak to Michigan this year? Very confident, 32.7%. Somewhat confident, 44.3%. Toss up, 18.7%. Somewhat skeptical, 2.9%. Very skeptical, 1.4%.
Okay. So closing in on 80%.
Most Buckeye fans, like me, but then again, I thought this the last 2 years too, think there's no way Ryan Day can possibly lose this game. Because if I'm answering this question, I'm going with very confident. Maybe I'm a dummy for doing so. I keep putting my hand on the hot stove, but I'm going to keep doing it because I know how much this means to Ryan Day. I know how seriously he takes it. He has climbed the top of the mountain. He has slayed the dragon, but he still has one beast to conquer.
Don't you think, though, that this one's going to be, well, it is. It's going to be a harder task than it was this past year.
Yes, it is.
You're going on the road.
I understand
You've
that.
lost a lot of your talent. The only positive is
who
that
did that
12
last year?
games into the season, you'd hope that this crew that starts the season will be much, much better.
You're going on the road. You lost a lot of your talent. That's Michigan from last year, and they still came in here and beat us.
Yeah.
Does winning a national championship last season change your expectation for 2025? How so? These are more essay questions. Here's one anonymous response. The standard is the standard. Unless Day changes his 3 goals, it's to win the Big Ten, make the playoff, compete for a national title. I agree. Those are my standards right there. And that's one of the reasons why I would get on Ryan Day, is because he's the one that would set those goals, rightfully so.
There is one missing from that, and that's beating Michigan.
Beat
Beating Michigan.
Beat Michigan, too. Well, that goes without saying.
Pretend that that's in there.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
I think winning the Big Ten is still an important thing. We won the national championship last year, but didn't win the Big Ten. And you can say, well, what's the difference? No, trust me, I'd rather have the national championship than if it's an either-or situation.
But you also want both.
I want both.
You want to have both.
And winning the Big Ten should be a bare minimum for a school like Ohio State.
Would you take the Michigan win and the national championship without the Big Ten title and still feel really good about what you did this season?
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
I mean, that makes a big difference.
I still feel really good even getting one of those three things because the one is the national championship.
Most important one. But I would be okay, say you didn't win a really competitive Big Ten, but you still beat Michigan, got into the field, and then won the Natty. I am signing up for that, for two of those three, the right two, almost every single year.
How would you grade Ryan Day's performance in 6 years as the Buckeye head coach? 63% said A, 34.8% said B, 1.7% C, 0.4% D, and 0% F. Now, again,
I'm good with that.
These are people who identify as Ohio State fans. So it's like 1,000 people. I'm assuming, without doing the maths, that D got like one vote. I want to know who that one person is. The self-represented Ohio State fan that gives Ryan Day a D.
That is the person that cares about the Michigan rivalry more than anyone could possibly imagine.
I get that. Again, I care about it.
It's a rogue voter that is going to ignore all logic. But when we're thinking about our test scores back when we were in school, there are levels of A's and there are levels of B's, right? You know, when you lost the pluses and minuses, an 80 to an 89 was a B, a 90 to a 90 to a 99 or a 100, I guess, would be the A. So I think he's on the low level of an A right now. The only thing that you got to work on is not just leveling the plane, but then go north of that in the rivalry game against Michigan. Win that rivalry game. Like you said, add a couple of Big Ten championship trophies to the cabinet as well. And then we're an easy A right there. But I'd still would have voted an A for winning the Natty this year, sure.
What would constitute a successful season for Ohio State? Win the national championship, 8.7%. Big Ten championship, national title game appearance, 19%. Big Ten championship, college football playoff appearance, 41.7%. Win a game in the playoff, 7.6%. Playoff appearance, 3.4%. Beat Michigan, 19.5%.
Again, they're separating that. They're pulling the beat Michigan part out and putting it on its own.
All right. So if you lose to everybody, but then you beat Michigan the last game of the regular season,
that I think is what Jack Sawyer and Will Howard were put up against when they were on Big Ben's pod. That's the kind of ridiculousness that was sort of brought up. And it would sound really dumb to say you just want to win that one game and nothing else. They were national champions. That has to matter more than just one game that in no way is saying, it's like we're trying to create debate that isn't there and trying to create and manufacture fights about we don't care about the Michigan rivalry anymore when that could not be any less true.
There's one more question I want to get to, and we actually had today, kids, a big change in the college football playoffs and how they work. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic on southbound 71 on the north side between Cook Road and North Broadway. And you're also going to hit slow traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Summer is officially here, and that means rising temperatures. You're going to be thinking about how you can keep cool all summer long. What's the best plan here? Well, one of the ways you can beat the heat and keep the air conditioning you're paying for in your home is to get Window Nation's energy-efficient vinyl windows. And now's a great time to do it. They've got a semi-annual sale where you buy 4 windows, you get 4 windows for free. Plus a free entry door when you purchase a whole house full of windows. No money down, no interest, no monthly payments until 2027. It's a deal that can't be beat. You're getting a great deal from Window Nation because they are high-efficiency windows that are also very affordable. They do that by working directly with the top window manufacturers in the country, which means all their windows are assembled right here in the USA. But don't wait on that semi-annual sale. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 windows free. Free entry door when you purchase a house full of windows, plus pay nothing until 2027. You've got to schedule your estimate today. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. Once again, that number, 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfox from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah?
Tire Discounters. And your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Band.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Going through this athletic survey of Ohio State fans and their thoughts on the football program right now. One more question I want to get to. Will Ohio State repeat as national champions? And this is where I think you could tell that, like, real fans are taking this poll. Yes, 16.7%. No, 83.3%. We talked about this with Nicole Shearer, and I think it was last week. It's really hard to repeat as champions. History has told us that.
Look at the 2015 team.
But if you're going to do it, history has also told us that you're going to need the same quarterback coming back. You're going to need that veteran presence, that steady Eddie, to help you win that second championship.
Isn't that also what makes 2015 so wild? When you talk about how that team did have all of those stars back, and they had both quarterbacks back.
But that was
hot
that was
quarterback
a curse.
that won. It did. It kind of cursed
because
them.
Urban,
It
as
threw
good
you
as he
off.
was on a lot of things, mismanaged that entire situation. He was trying to appease two guys, and instead he didn't appease the entire team or get the most out of that team. And you're right. I wonder what would have happened if Urban had said, either way, look, I was a Cardale Jones guy. There's nothing against JT Barrett, okay? But I was a Cardale Jones guy, and Cardale won you the championship. He was terrific in the playoffs, and I wanted Cardale Jones to be the starting quarterback the next season, no questions asked. But if it was between the seesaw BS that we had, or it's JT for the entire season, and Cardale, who was my guy, takes a bench seat, that would have been better for the team too. It was the back and forth BS. That's what sunk us.
I know a lot of people, like, and I get it too. You wonder, things have been so consistently high level at Ohio State, right? I mean, you got to go back to 2011, the last time you would actually sit back and say, man, that is a disaster.
Well, and that
right?
was
for what your standards
a special
are.
circumstance,
And it was
too.
because you had scandal.
Yeah.
Scandal broke out. You were doing the cleanup, the mop-up duty after that was done. You had to say goodbye to a legendary coach, and Luke Fickell was doing the best job that he could do. And a lot of those games were really close football games. And then you wound up playing the bowl game, and
he
you're
wasn't
6 and
prepared
7.
for that situation.
But just, you know what I mean, to go under 500, we haven't even had an 8-4 season since then where you have to say, my goodness, like that's too much. Not only did you lose to Penn State and Michigan that year, but you lost to Indiana and Illinois as well. Like, there hasn't even been one of those. But you got to go back to 2015. I sent you the stat earlier this week. It was from an ESPN article highlighting quarterback tiers. I don't know if you saw that one, but the point I pulled out was since 2010, the only Ohio State quarterback to start at least 6 games and finish with a QBR less than 70 is Cardale in 2015. And he won a natty for you,
Right,
but
and
it didn't work.
That wasn't fair to Cardale.
It didn't work the following year, but you've had such consistent quarterback play every year since, and you're hoping, and in this same article from The Athletic, 93% of people that were polled want to see Julian Sain. It wasn't who do you think will win it, it was who do you want to see win the quarterback job, and 93% say Julian Sain, which is the right answer. Nothing against Lincoln Keenholz.
Big change with the college football playoffs today. No, they have not gone to 16 teams, although they will do that very soon. Trust me. They got together. They voted. They accepted it. They will reseed after the regular season is over. after the conference championship games are over.
Yes, it's just going to be like what we were talking about with what the NFL proposal was supposed to be. They are going to seed based on how the committee ranks the team. You know, they're not going to put Boise State, who was ranked 9th in their poll, and give them the 3 seed in the automatic bye.
Correct.
They get in. They won their conference. They were the other conference champ. They get in.
If they're seeded
but if
9th,
they're ranked
then they're
9th, then they're 9th.
They don't show up as 3 on the bracket.
Arizona State does not get to show up as 4. So I redid this based on what would go into effect because I think we wanted this in year 1, even though they had all the time in the world to think this through. They didn't do it. You would have had a neat little first-round game, Indiana hosting Boise in an 8-9. That's kind of nice, right? Indiana and Bloomington gets the home game. Notre Dame, as the 5, would have hosted 12-seed Clemson. Ohio State would have been the 6th seed. We'd have been the 6th seed here, hosting Arizona State. Scatterboo would have been in here. Cam Scatterboo would have come in here. And then 7-seed Tennessee would have gotten the home game against SMU. That would have blended into to seeing the 2-seed Georgia. I think Tennessee might have gotten Georgia with Georgia's injury issues at the quarterback position. Texas.
Which Tennessee? The one that we saw?
I mean, we were better than... We would have dusted Georgia if we got our hands on them, too. The team that Ohio State had.
Oh, if they came here?
Yeah. I'm saying Tennessee against Georgia. Tennessee would beat SMU. That's not Ohio State at home.
Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
You're right.
And then I think the Georgia game may have been a coin flip. So OSU gets Texas in the second game. Then you get Tennessee or Georgia in the semis. So Indiana, maybe say they beat Boise, they'll be playing Oregon, likely in the Rose Bowl, fair to Oregon, getting an 8 seed for their first game. Notre Dame would have been up against Penn State as the 4. So then you could possibly have Oregon, Notre Dame, and then maybe Oregon, Ohio State in the national championship. And Oregon would have been geared up and more confident, more comfortable by the time you play that game. And it's not like the Ohio State Notre Dame game didn't get close there at the end and that didn't check a lot of boxes, scratch a lot of people where they itched, but it would have been a wildly, wildly different playoff picture.
I think this is the best way to do it. I said after the season last year that they would change it. They have, but I'm glad they didn't do it this way last year. Not because I don't think the Buckeyes could win all those games, but because the very special situation that we found ourselves in, all of those dominoes led to us.
They had to fall.
Being
right?
the national champions.
Yeah.
And I still contend, as painful as it was, all of it, the 4th straight loss to Michigan, the pepper spray on the field, Ryan Day staring into the abyss, all of that. I don't think this Buckeye team wins the national championship if that doesn't happen. There's something about the way the team responded in the wake of all of that, in the wake of being criticized by their own fan base, in the wake of going out there and seeing half the stadium Tennessee fans.
I agree. Everything has to happen for a reason. I'm completely with you there. They don't get it done if they don't lose to Michigan. Like this had to happen. They got to
catch moving forward.
Yeah, but having it happen that way in year 1, it did. You're right. It resulted in Ohio State winning the national championship. So that was good for us. Catching Oregon at that time after the Buckeyes got their offensive sea legs under them and did everything right, that was perfect. And you mentioned that image. I think about Ryan Day's face after Michigan maybe more than anything else when I think back on this season. Maybe even more than Jack Sawyer grabbing a hold of that fumble off the hop and starting to gallop down the sideline. Good or bad, I think that picture is one of the more iconic things, and it will always be in his entire tenure here at Ohio State. Even if he wins 2 or 3 more natties. I think if he does win more, it becomes more iconic because how despondent, how gone he looked right there. And then what they did in that next month was incredible.
I think of it, I don't disagree with you, but I think of it differently. I almost think of it like a point of pride that he was able to overcome that. And it took the team winning because I wouldn't feel that way if they didn't win something. They had to win something. It's like Bill Buckner couldn't go back to Boston until they won the World Series in 2004.
But it still stinks, though, because you didn't have anything to do with that, right?
It doesn't matter, though.
Got to have a lot to do with this.
Of course he did.
Right?
But what I'm saying is that fans sort of forgot 86, man.
You're fine.
We
Yeah,
just won
but
that
you still
thing.
suck,
Yeah,
you know?
we love you, Bill, because we just won the thing. We're okay. And I think because Ryan Day and this Buckeye team finished the job that a lot of us thought they couldn't do, me included, I think we look at that moment now a little bit differently. Now, I don't want to see it again, right? I don't want to see you losing to Michigan at home like that again and staring out into the abyss.
But it's like you said back there. It had to happen.
It had to happen
in the way
last
he
year
felt,
for this team.
The way that he felt after that game, because you already knew. You know, imagine going into a car crash knowing exactly how it feels, and then you do like a 40-mile-an-hour impact car crash. Maybe you've been in one already and you know how it feels, and then you're forced to go into it again. How bad, how terrifying is the thought of that? You know it's coming.
Well, it's either terrifying or you're just such a loser, you just get used to it.
No, I don't think you ever could. And
no,
that look showed it. That look showed it, and he told us, and honestly, he couldn't be more proud because all the messages and all the what you might maybe previously look back and say, oh, that's just, coach speak or athletics nonsense and rallying around each other and all that. But no, like that time, they meant it. They had to do it. And look what they did.
I'm going to tell you about a stupid sports lawsuit coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. And things are moving a little slow on eastbound 33 between 270 and Hamilton Road on the East Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models? Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
When you're a AAA member, we do the hard stuff for you. So picture this. You're taking a road trip through the mountains at night, and you run out of gas. Do you, A, call AAA, or B, walk 29 miles to the nearest gas station in the pouring rain?
A?
How about this? You need auto insurance. You could A, pick AAA to find the best coverage for you, or B, spend so much time researching insurance jargon that you might as well have gotten a law degree.
Yeah, I'm going with A.
Right. Okay, you're booking a vacation. You can A, have AAA plan it for you, or B, stress so hard about layovers and getting to your cruise that you need a vacation from booking your vacation.
That's easy. A, AAA.
On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off of closing costs. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Matty
Scotty Ice here to talk about my friends at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Have you seen the 2025 Traverse? McDaniel GM Superstore actually has a great selection of new Traverses right now, and qualified buyers can finance 0.9% APR. Plus, they've got no market adjustments or hidden costs. That's been the McDaniel difference since 1916. They're just a short drive north of Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gahanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy, for about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
Yes, I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health, because when you're dealing with the issue of that dreaded two-letter acronym, that's ED, that's erectile dysfunction, Mike, you want the right treatment for that specific medical situation. It's a terrible condition, too.
Terrible.
It causes stress in relationships.
Stress.
It can create anxiety. And undue hardships on a man. You're a man.
I'm a man.
And I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Teddy's a man. And often on the man's partner as well. Yet many men will suffer for years without even seeking treatment. You got to ask yourself why. Why would you do that?
My God, why?
You couldn't do that. You shouldn't do that when Tri-State Men's Health is right here in town with two lovely locations. So the easy thing to do is to get on the web. Go to tristatemenshealth.com on the interwebs and check out everything that they can offer. You could schedule your consult. You're going to get the TMPSA test, if medically advised, the test dose. And here's the thing. The initial consult right now is free. It's free. It's a limited time offer. Schedule today. TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
Colorado Rockies, they suck. Their fans very upset with the team's performance, all of that. A Rockies fan is suing the team after he got hit by a foul ball in 2023. This is not the first time a fan has been hit by a foul ball and sues the team, and more often than not, it does not go well for the fan.
Because of fine print that's everywhere. Digital tickets, printed tickets, whatever. There's things that are said.
You know, when you go to a baseball game, there's a certain amount of risk that comes with that. The same way if you go to a F1 race, it doesn't happen often, but there's a certain amount of risk that a tire can come and hit you right in the face.
And you're dead if that happens.
I'm just saying.
What is it? Final Destination? Was that the fourth one? It starts off at the racetrack?
I don't know. But look, this dude is even douchier than most. Let me tell you why. Looky here. So this guy says that he was hit in the right eye by a foul ball when the Rockies were playing the Yankees.
What do you think his name is, too, huh?
At Coors Field,
Tim.
July 16th, 2023. Never trust a man named Tim.
Yeah. Everyone who sucks, their name is Tim.
Now, he was in a luxury box as a guest of the box owner when he was struck in the first inning of the team's game. The lawsuit claims architectural elements of the luxury box made it impossible to see the incoming foul ball. Yes, that's what luxury boxes are known for. They're horrible sight lines.
They put you in a position where you're looking
There's
backwards.
a big pole just right there. You can't see anything.
A beam is right there in the field of vision.
Now, he was probably sitting up and talking and having a munchie, as you do. In a luxury box, a lot of people aren't glued to the game. He wasn't looking. The ball hit him. I'm sure it hurt. However, this part of it I find so utterly ridiculous. Defendant meaning the Rockies.
The Rockies, yeah.
Long-standing poor performance on the field has contributed to a game day environment in which spectators, particularly those in luxury suites, are less engaged with the action on the field.
My God.
So essentially he's saying,
what a lawyer. Who's he got, Saul Goodman back there,
If the
Teddy?
team was better, if I was more interested in the product on the field, then I would have my eyes on the field, and I wouldn't be lollygagging around in this luxury box, and I wouldn't get hit in the eye with a foul ball. So
Your
pay me
Honor,
money.
Your Honor, you can't really expect someone that bought a ticket to go to a Rockies game to actually watch the Rockies, right? You've seen how much they suck. What, they're 8-40 this year. They're terrible. I'm just waiting for the hot dog race in between innings. That's what we're there to see.
There's a lot of people out there that think that like everything that Europe does is right. I'm not one of them, but they have a couple things they do that are right. One thing they do, especially in the United Kingdom, you don't see stupid lawsuits like this. You want to know why? Loser pays. Loser pays. If you go through the trouble, you're going to sue for money. You better be damn sure you have an actual case.
Yeah.
Because this
is
BS.
as flimsy as this paper right here. The lawyers went on. He said this cultural shift is not incidental, but rather encouraged by the Rockies' own marketing design choices, which emphasize hospitality and off-field amenities over fan vigilance.
So here's how the Rockies...
You're saying we care more about the chicken sandwiches that you're going to get here. We're just blowing by the actual baseball part of it.
The marketing people and the Blue Jackets marketing people have done this for years because the team's been bad for years. They're tasked with selling the experience of going to the game.
Uh-huh.
Right? I mean, sometimes it's, come on out and watch your Eastern Conference champions. Or most of the time it's, hey, T-shirt cannon and Star Wars night and all this other. It's great
Free
time
pizza.
for the family.
We like pizza every day. We like pizza every way.
This is what the marketing people do. But apparently, according to this guy, the marketing for the Colorado Rockies should be just a blank screen. Like, here's a television commercial, a blank screen with white letters that come up. And it just says, Rockies baseball. Sit down and watch our crap now, or you get messed up.
Mess you up, man.
Not our fault.
Mess you up.
If a ball hits you in the face because you're not concentrating on our crap.
Stick it.
We're not even going to serve food anymore. It's a distraction. You're looking down at your brat, all of a sudden you're dead.
No.
Watch the game.
What about the playground out there beyond center field?
No, nothing for kids.
Little Jimmy and little Sally can play. Oh,
when did Biden get here?
Oh, hey, it's America's best baseball. Oh, we got this bad team. Need something else to do. Have nice restrooms.
No. You can't go to the restroom. Maybe as in designated times. This is like East Germany.
It's one down my leg.
Can I get to the restroom? No, it's not time for restroom. I don't know what accent this is that I'm doing.
That sounds like Sarah's
not time for restroom.
Sarah's attempt at doing Arnold. You have to get out of there. She's terrible at doing that.
So anyway, you go to a Rockies game, you pay attention. Go to a Pirates game. Pay any crappy team.
What are the Rockies? Are the Rockies going to break the White Sox record from a year ago? They're that bad.
It very well could happen. Yeah.
Are they 8-40? I don't know what they did yesterday. They could be 8-41.
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, a win over a loss.
I'll tell you this. I guarantee you this. It's May 22nd. They have single-digit wins. Not on the road. Total. Rockies baseball.
Sell that experience.
Watch it or die. I have some nice audio to share with you coming up next. I have some presidential audio.
Oh, baby.
To share with you.
We must be celebrating.
Up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And you're looking at a couple minutes slowdown on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Look out for Put-in-Bay, the island getaway you've been waiting for. Be it a day or a weekend, you can enjoy all sorts of shops, dining, and entertainment. Plan your perfect trip today at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, Care is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Anthony. You know what the slogan is at the Good Feet store? Good feet, good life. Friends have asked me, how are my personally fit arch supports different from the inserts and insoles they can buy online or in department stores? There are big differences. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to provide me firm yet flexible function. What does that do? They actually help correct poor foot biomechanics, which leads to providing me long-term pain relief. I was also the guy who thought, well, if I buy good shoes, my feet won't hurt. It wasn't a bad thought. A lot of people think shoes are always the problem, when in reality, it's often the foot that goes into the shoe that's the real source of discomfort. When I got my personally fit Good Feet arch supports, my feet felt stabilized. The pain and discomfort went away. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people, just like me, discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The College Football Playoff Management Committee reached a unanimous agreement earlier today to move the College Football Playoff to a straight seeding model this fall, rewarding the selection committee's top 4 teams with the top 4 seeds and a first-round bye. The 5 highest-ranked conference champions will still be guaranteed spots in the 12-team field. In baseball tonight, the Guardians are up in Detroit, beginning a 4-game weekend series with the first-place Tigers. Tanner Bybee will get the ball for Cleveland against Jack Flaherty for Detroit. First pitch tonight is at 6:40. The Reds are off tonight, getting ready for a weekend home series with the Chicago Cubs beginning tomorrow. Got some commitments to the memorial today from former champion Victor Hovland, Ludwig Oberg, Ricky Fowler, and Jordan Spieth. In the NBA playoffs tonight, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Minnesota looks to even things up with the Thunder. Tip-off from Oklahoma City is at 8:30. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
A show you can feel deep down in your lungs.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Too Hot with Teddy. Coming up at 4:30. It's my favorite segment of the week. Teddy plays things for us. We react to it. It's hilarious.
You got a favorite already? You got favorites already?
Yes.
And
you know what?
2 weeks.
You can get your favorite by subscribing to the Common Man and Timmy podcast. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge, even though it still has a picture of me and T-Bone.
one day. You know what? I like T-Bone. He could stay.
No, I don't want him to stay. I want to see our new logo up there.
You mean podcast, just words?
Yes, words.
Yeah.
The podcast brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Yesterday was a big day at the White House. We had the South African president that was there. You can read the news.
Who was he? What's his name
how
again?
that went. It starts with an R. I forget.
It's not
Ernie Els.
Oh, Ernie.
Ernie
a
Els.
Younger South African golfer.
Yes.
Good golf country.
And the president met the college basketball national champions, the Florida Gators.
A little celebration day
and
outside.
So he had the team there, and he was, celebrating with the team. And I like to play some audio because
these are pretty good. These are usually good.
They entertain me when president tries to pretend like he knows what's going on. And by the way, he shouldn't know what's going on. He's got other things to worry about.
They write stuff. You can tell his PR people write him some little things about the team and their season, and he does his best.
Any less funny. Here's the Prez talking about Florida guard Will Richards.
Where's Will? I want to see this guy. That's great, Will. Boy, oh boy, these are good-looking guys.
It's a go-to line of his, isn't it? Oh, I got to tell you, these guys, they look fantastic.
I took a look at Baines in the shower. He looks like all of Australia. He is really put together.
You know what?
Imagine how big his wiener is.
He should be looking for Will. Will was the guy in that comeback win. He had 18 points and 8 boards. He was their top player in that national championship game.
Also, Trump says college basketball players tall.
And they're definitely tall. One of my guys said downstairs, he's a big guy. He said, these are the tallest human beings I've ever seen. I have a son who's 6'9", but 6'9's not. I now see, he always says, Dad, I'm not that tall compared to some of these guys. And now I understand what he's talking about.
Is Barron 6'9"?
That's what I said. I didn't think he was 6'9". And how is someone that's 6'9" saying that I'm not that tall? You're in the top, half percentile.
Who are you hanging out with, Shaq?
Right. That's the only guy you could be hanging with that's taller than you.
Here is the president breaking down their run in the NCAA tournament.
The Elite Eight brought to a face-off with Texas Tech down by 9. With under 4 minutes left, Florida responded with a furious rally led by sophomore Thomas Hawk, who made back-to-back three-pointers. Back-to-back. He's got good hair, too. Nice hair. He's got no hair loss problem, I can tell you.
This, I think, is my favorite.
Hang one second. I give Prez credit on that one. He mispronounced the name. It's Hauk, but that you got to really be in the know because it's spelled Haugh. So for him to go, what do you say, Huck or Hawk? That's actually a good guess because it's Tyler Shuck, Shough. That's a good guess by the Prez.
Teddy, that's 15 seconds we can never get back, right?
Oh, just play some more.
All right, here's my favorite one. This is the president saying how Florida almost screwed themselves up.
In the closing minutes of the SEC championship game against Tennessee, the Volunteers cut the Gators' 13-point lead down to 5. Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach. That's never good when you take that big lead and you're thinking about your victory speech. And you forget to play basketball, right? You forget you got to play golf or basketball or whatever. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, man, we could lose this sucker, huh?
We could lose this.
Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach.
Ooh, chokey.
Can I tell you something? That one's making the rotation.
Chokey.
That one is going right. I'm adding it to the soundboard right now.
Good.
Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach.
You don't want to get to that time.
All right, one more. Trumpy's a big fan of another Florida guard.
I love that name, Denzel Aberdeen. I have a place in Aberdeen, Scotland. I like that name, Aberdeen. And he's a good player, Coach. I'd like to have him say, no, not that good. You look like a good player.
That's a good line.
Scotland.
No, not that good.
Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach.
Isn't Aberdeen, Scotland, your Scottish town? Isn't that the one that's in your phone where you're always checking the weather there?
No. What do I have? It's.
I think it is.
No, it's not. It's not Aberdeen. It's.
Aberdeen's up like north on the island, I think.
What the hell is it?
Right?
I gotta look. It's Dunkeld.
Dunkeld. Okay. All right.
I was reading an article. They said Dunkeld is one of the best places, small towns to live in Scotland.
Really? Tell me what part of the country it's in.
It's north of Edinburgh.
Okay, north of Edinburgh. It's got to be on the sea.
And if you're wondering, it's not on the sea. If you're wondering what Scotland is like, step outside today.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
Teddy comes in, he's all miserable. I thought it was summertime, man. My nipples are hard. Timmy and I are running around, just rubbing each other.
Oh, man. You know how much time I spent out on the putting green today? Spent a good 30 minutes out there.
Boy, oh boy, these are good-looking guys.
Chokey. Ooh.
The ooh reminds me of the Ric Flair. Ooh, don't go so fast.
Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach.
Let me find the don't go so fast. This is a good segment.
Find the Rick.
They all know, don't go too fast.
It's more of an not an ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's called sometimes choke time, Coach.
All right, while we're on audio.
It's a good clip.
It's a big hat.
Funny clip.
It's a funny hat. Paul Finebomb had another one of his callers die. Larry.
Shelby.
Was that his name?
Larry from Shelby.
Larry from
Shelby. I assume that's the Shelby in Alabama and not North Carolina, but who the hell cares? They're both in the Southeast.
That's why you're here. It really is.
Play the 24, 25 beers clip.
I don't have it.
I
got to find it. Yeah.
Sometimes, Paul, I've had 24, maybe 25 Bud Lights. You know, I like to drink during a football game.
All right, here is
I like drinking during that football game. You don't judge me for drinking.
Why are you mocking the dead?
I'm just
died.
You can't find the clip.
God's
I thought
sake.
I had to do the whole clip.
All right, here it is. R.I.P. Larry from Shelby.
What, on an average summer night, a hot August night, which was a pretty good record many years ago, how many Bud Lights would you grab and throw down?
And talking about football night, like on Saturday night.
Well, whatever. You tell me.
Yeah, football night, man. That's when I knock them out. I know it sounds stupid. People go, man, you can't drink it. I don't give a rat's butt what they think. I knock out 24, 25 a football game pretty easy.
So 2 weeks from now, when Alabama plays Miami, start to finish, you could consume as many as 25 Bud Lights?
Sure, Paul. Come on, man.
Could somebody do the math for me? How many ounces are in a Bud Light? 12?
12 ounces.
Would somebody 25 times 12? Does anybody have a calculator?
I went to Woodlawn.
So, Larry, you're telling us...
I went to Woodlawn.
What the hell's a Woodlawn?
Middle school, probably. I don't think he got any further.
Don't tell me that that's a college.
Game starts at 2:30, whatever time you go to bed. You will have consumed, is that right, 300, Mark? Is that right? 300 ounces of beer?
Yeah, so... Yeah, man, you're only talking about...
Larry, I don't want to sound like a urologist here, but that's going to be a busy that's going to be a busy night, is it not?
Yeah,
that's 2.5 gallons of beer.
Oh, I love it, Paul. I sucked the bottom out of a 12-ounce Bud Light in a can.
Sucks the bottom out. Well, shockingly, that guy did not live.
No. How old was he?
24. I have no idea.
The same age as the beers he consumed.
We shouldn't be laughing.
Oh, no. You know what? He's in a better place.
Is he?
I don't know.
Everybody's so certain. Everybody says that. It's annoying. Oh, you know what the problem with the dirty double wide he was living in? He probably is. He's in a casket.
The total nothingness could possibly be better.
It's better than the dirty, staph-infected double wide.
Think about that.
Get tetanus just from opening up the rusty
could
screen
be better
door.
for a lot of folks.
Timmy is nervous, but I don't like that tease. Let's not do that one.
Nope. All right.
Don Waddell gave us some insight on his off-season agenda. I like that one. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's on Central Avenue at State Street that's causing some delay there. You're also going to hit some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right center lane on southbound 71 after Polaris Parkway on the north side. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know firsthand what it's like to battle through joint pain. After years of the hard hits and the wear and tear on the field, I thought pain, it was just going to be something I had to live with. Let me tell you, that's no longer the case thanks to QC Kinetics. For over 8 years, QC Kinetics has been leading the charge nationwide in non-surgical joint pain relief, helping over 50,000 patients get back to doing what they love, pain-free. Whether it's your knees, back, hips, shoulders, you pick it. If joint pain's been slowing you down, you need to hear about what Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team in Columbus are doing. They're using cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologic treatments with powerful healing properties to repair and restore damaged joint tissue. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Just real results. The kind of treatment I wish I had access to during my playing days, and now you do. Imagine this summer playing around a golf, chasing the kids, and just enjoying a walk without the pain. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-28-4544. They now have offices in Grove City and Canal Winchester.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Sheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
At 9 Trees Landscape Construction, we have high expectations. Can you deliver excellence in hardscape at the highest level? Does your current company compensate you at the highest level? For 25 years, 9 Trees compensates excellence with wages and benefits packages guaranteed better than your current employer. Guaranteed. Call 614-921-9595 or apply at 9treeslc.com today to join 9 Trees Landscape Construction and elevate your career to be your best with us.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend
Oh, I'm fine.
when you really felt
Just so overwhelmed.
or sent a text
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
when you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy, breezy, and cool on this Thursday with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s with a few light showers around. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the low 40s with cloudy skies continuing. A bit of sunshine in the first part of your Friday. We'll see temperatures back around 60 degrees, more clouds, and a few light showers in the afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Too Hot with Teddy. Coming up at 4:30.
One more segment. Hey, you know, the other day we hit on something. We were going over the most misspelled words in America. We went through a top 10 right there. The number one most misspelled word in the States is definitely. It is definitely a difficult word to spell, I guess. I think that just proves that we are all a little dumber as Americans. And this went by search engines. If they used, phrases like how do you spell or how to spell. And here's the dumber thing. You don't even have to write those words. You just start typing the word. And then the correct spelling of it will be the top thing up in your search engine. But I now also have the most misspelled words by state. Just in alphabetical order, because this is at the top, and I'll tell you about Ohio.
I don't buy. All right, go ahead.
Alabama, since in honor of Shelby Larry, different is the most misspelled word in Alabama.
How are they determining this?
Also by
just like what's thrown in the search engine?
Search engines that, they geomap the state boundaries or whatever.
All right,
I don't know.
All right.
Alaska is tomorrow, I guess, because it feels like there is no tomorrow when you have, 24 hours of sunlight or 24 hours of darkness, depending on what time of year it is.
What's Ohio's?
Ohio's most misspelled word. I don't know why. I guess it's crochet.
No,
crochet.
it's not.
Spell crochet for me.
Well, I'm not arguing that it's a tricky word to spell, but that's not the most misspelled word in the state of Ohio. I can guarantee you that.
I tend to agree with you.
Just have old women Googling knitting things all the time?
See, I was thinking of croquet. Croquet.
That's a sport, Timmy. That's a completely different thing.
CROQUET for croquet. Crochet, CROCHET, like crochet.
Hey, Teddy. Did you
don't
take a look at those ratings we got yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, look at them. We're never going to get them again.
I'm going to put it in a plaque.
You might not be wrong.
I got some plaque.
Hey, remember the good old days, Mike? The good old days.
Good old days.
How you doing, Teddy?
Doing good, Mike.
There's no way it's crochet. There's no way in the state of Ohio that's the most misspelled word.
Some of the other stupid words that states can't spell, like South Carolina, the most misspelled word is people. They can't spell people in South Carolina.
Well, they're dumb in the South.
Nebraska, and this was up several other states too, like South Dakota, Nebraska. I'm seeing Mississippi, which makes sense. Beautiful is a word that they can't spell. Can't put the E before the A. Oh, you got the E-A-U, that bow. What is that, like Cajun?
Is cousin one of the words?
Like West Virginia's?
Like all hillbillies. No, I'm not talking about marrying cousins.
Well, West Virginia.
Can I marry? No, because some hillbillies put a T at the end of cousin for some reason. Hey, my cousin.
My cousin?
Torg would do that. He's from Minnesota, but he's still a hillbilly.
Well, that doesn't make any damn sense.
My cousin.
No, business was a commonly misspelled word for some states. In Oregon, they can't spell business. Oh, West Virginia was also beautiful. Washington, they can't spell appreciation. Different is a word in many other states as well, which I don't understand. They can't spell successful in Minnesota.
It's a tough word to spell. You apparently know how to spell every word in the universe.
No, I think I know how to spell some of the common words. These are common words. When you watch the spelling bee, you're going to get words you have never heard before in your life. And a lot of these good, clean boys and good, clean girls can spell them.
Okay. That's like saying, oh, I hit a layup in my garage. I can play in the NBA, Tyvis.
I hit a layup in my garage?
On my drive.
The hell kind of basketball are you playing?
You know what I meant, you F. All right, Don Waddell. Jackets boss, Don Waddell, talking about what he plans to do this offseason. He says that he hasn't had a chance really to talk to Dean Evison at all.
He's at the Worlds, so
Dean Evison's at the Worlds, and he's doing his thing. But you'd still like the GM and the coach
to have some time together
in a conversation.
Big off season.
Yeah. Waddell said he was planning on meeting with Provorov's agent at the Combine. So he says both they and the player want to get a deal done. Waddell says he's also had talks with Dante Fabro. They're both willing to talk. They both want to stay here. He says of Provorov and Fabro. Both players told me at the exit interviews they want to be Blue Jackets. So we're going to see everything possibly that makes sense for both sides. He said James Van Riemsdyk wants to come back, but he said that, we'll see how things fit because he's a after-the-thought piece. He's not going to say that to JVR, but essentially he is.
Mm-hmm. Right. He was able to give you some good minutes on the ice this year. They also, the picks, and this makes a lot of sense, right? You hold the number 14 and the number 20 picks.
Yeah, I like what he had to say.
They are on the table. He said without hesitation about that. For the right deals, yes, 100%.
He knows that the next step for this team is to become a playoff team, and while he values the young talent and the farm system, he's also aware that you use picks as currency, and if you can go out and improve the current roster with those picks, then you do it. He reiterated he doesn't anticipate any buyouts this offseason, which I just want to get Elvis off this team. I really do. You know, and if you listen to Rimmer's the most positive guy in the world, except when he's talking about goaltenders.
Mm-hmm.
And he, too, he understands that Elvis is just simply not good enough. Look, if you're going to be a pain in the ass, which Elvis is, at least be really good. Because that makes it easier to put up with your crap.
Yeah, but he's not even close to. He's not even close.
No,
you're not even.
He was better.
You're not getting. But what is?
But he was better than the worst goaltender in the NHL, which is what he was the year before.
Saying he's better is almost a bad thing. The fact that you can actually say that he was better, but then you look at the numbers for what he put up this season, he was 48th in goals against. What are we? That
number's
it's unacceptable.
Skewed. I don't like that number.
It's unacceptable.
The Bills are going to be featured on Hard Knocks this summer. Jordan Hudson wants ownership of that show, too, because she went to Niagara Falls when she was a kid, stayed in Buffalo. You like that, Teddy? How about that?
Stupid.
Funny.
You know, it's even sadder. I wrote that down so I wouldn't forget it.
Nice.
That's sad right there.
Comedy.
Put that on the rundown.
The
Kiss your
NFC
mother
East.
with that mouth.
The NFC East will be the in-season division for Hard Knocks.
Yes.
The Wall Street Journal says that NBC has put up a bid for a Major League Baseball package. Major League Baseball
and
package.
And you put an S at the end of journal.
You have to. It's like the Myers.
Apparently it is.
Going to the Myers.
Oh,
by the way,
I got the Washington Posts here.
I went to the Giant Eagle today.
Yeah?
Market District.
Giant Eagles.
I put the in front. I think that does it for
you
that.
like the instead of the S?
Yeah, like I don't do Kroger's.
The Meyer.
I do
the Kroger.
The Kroger.
Going to the Target.
But for a long time, at least my Giant Eagle, they got rid of the plastic bags. They had paper bags there, which you could pay a dime for. And they had those little fabric bags that you could pay a dime for.
The brown paper bags at Giant Eagles, did they start putting the nice little handle on the top?
I think they did do a handle.
That's a nice touch.
It's nice until it breaks, and then you're dead.
You're Kevin McAllister
and
walking
everything
home.
goes away.
Just drops right out.
Yes, but today when I went back there, maybe they've had it for a while and I just haven't noticed. They got the plastic bags back.
Oh.
Their experiment failed. They thought all these other stores were going to fall in line with them. It's like, hey, we're getting rid of the plastic bags. We don't have to, but we're going to do it. And all the other grocery stores said, yay, good for you, Giant Eagle.
You know, the fact that it can really brighten your day when your local store gets plastic bags
Look,
back.
I understand they're bad. I get it. It's the same thing with the straws. I hate paper straws. I want a plastic straw. And if it happens to, I don't know, puncture a turtle's neck or something in the landfill, then
that's poor.
Tooty-wooty for the turtle.
Well, if it punctures his neck, then it could, open up a breathing tube.
Gives him a little
trach.
Little turtle trach.
Little turtle trachea. Tracheotomy? Is that the word?
Yeah. I was happy to see the plastic bags back today.
Plastic good. And you know what they keep?
I don't know.
They keep the little bins up there.
A little bin boy.
Stupid bin boy.
My little bin boy.
What is the matter with you? You have a great day because your store has plastic bags.
It brightened my
Something's
day.
wrong with you.
I stopped.
If that's a thing.
I stopped at Giant Eagle to buy a lot of candy for tomorrow because it's the last day of school, and I'm going to give all the kids at the bus stop some candy.
Dad in charge?
The Dick. The Dick is out tomorrow.
Bringing out the candy.
DIC.
Are you going to have like a big sack that the candy's going to be in?
No, I bought a little
separate bags,
little candy for each kid.
Oh, because I know it into an individual pouch.
I know the likes and dislikes of each kid, so I have candy tailored specifically for them.
That's very touching.
Yeah, I mean, you're with them every morning. You get to know them.
Yeah, you actually conversate with the kids. They must be tired of you.
Oh, they hate me. Can't wait to get rid of this.
I can't wait for summer so we don't have to wait here every day.
Too hot with Teddy in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving slow on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union. They're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. From iconic bridges spanning rivers to underground tunnels, they build connections that stand the test of time. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Are you a skilled hardscape worker looking for better pay, steady work, and a crew that has your back? Join 9 Trees Landscape Construction, Central Ohio's top patio and retaining wall builder for outdoor living spaces. We value craftsmanship, dependability, and hustle, and pay you accordingly. We are hiring experienced or ready to learn, full-time, no weekends, top pay and benefits. Call 614-921-9595 or visit 9treeslc.com. 9 Trees, where hard work builds more than just great patios.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Had some Cape Cods last night, buddy.
Oh, you
sitting there watching the boob tube. I took out some Cape Cods.
Danger is his middle name.
I took the black pepper sea salt Cape Cod, had a big tub of tzatziki sauce that I bought from the Costco.
It seems like a little much.
It's delicious.
Dipping a chip in tzatziki, huh?
Why not? It's a dip. Why do we say okay to French onion dip, but a tzatziki sauce? Oh, we can't dip the chip in there.
I haven't had a good dip in a long time. French onion's fantastic. I'm
Daisy,
going with Daisy French onion,
delicious.
I've got to have a wavy chip or a ripple. I don't want no plain chip.
I don't like the ridges.
Ridge is good.
I don't like Ruffles. Ruffles bad.
Come on, Ruffles good.
No,
you
Cape Cod.
You scoop it,
sturdy,
holds
firm.
It's like a rock. It's a chip like a rock.
Too hot. Sponsored by the cancer experts at Ohio Health. Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Teddy, explain to people what this segment is.
Well, I find some audio that you guys have not heard before, and I just let you know who it is or what it's about just a little bit, and then we play it, and then you guys respond to it.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, first up here, we have some audio from the T-Bone and Tyvus show.
I've
ready?
heard of that.
Yes, it's weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Here we go.
I got to be able to take my shirt off this weekend, you know.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to this wedding in Miami, but before that, my wife's going to probably want to go to the beach, and I got to be able to take my shirt off.
I mean, I take my shirt off.
T-Bone.
That's not the look we want.
Think about the children.
Hang on a second. Listen, Tyvus. Listen, there comes a point in your life where you say, F them kids. I don't care. I'm taking my shirt off. I'm here at the beach. If you have to look at it, I have to look at it. Everybody else should look at it. Now I've got my appendectomy scars. I'm going to show those off.
T-Bone's almost to the point. Like, if you watch My 600-Pound Life, like by the way, we need a documentary on the camera people behind the scenes of that show. Because I was like, oh, yeah, this guy had to watch this swallow's nest for 3 months to get this one shot from the David Attenborough narrated show.
Right,
and
when you're doing Nat Geo type of
that's
stuff,
fantastic,
shots
we
that are captured.
We celebrate those photogs. In reality,
what are you
the
wanting
ones
to
that
see
are watching 900-pound people shower, And you're filming that?
Shower? They're not showering.
Well, they're trying.
Someone's showering them.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying you have to guess what you're pixeling. Where do the pixels go? What is that? Is that a fold or is that a snatch?
You don't have to pixel.
Oh, you have to pixel.
Why?
You
Why?
have to.
Why
Because
would
maybe
you
a little
pixel?
wiener head pops out.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
But just in case.
A 700-pound person, there's no wiener popping out.
My point is, T-Bone's breastises.
He's not that close. Come on.
He's got big hooters. You may have to pixelate that. You got to keep his shirt on, Bone.
The fact that Tyvus said, think about the children.
He's right, too. I'm going to confuse them.
And Tyvus is lucky because he talks all this talk about going on diets and then, here I am having Chick-fil-A or here I am having Raising Cane's for lunch. Oops, brought a bag of Albanese in before the show for my snack and a Dr. Pepper. But he still looks fine. He's tall enough. His shirtless torso, totally fine. I would kill for it.
I haven't seen him shirtless. Hadn't seen it.
Well, how have I seen it?
You haven't. You're guessing.
I guess I'm guessing. I mean, you could look at Tyvus with a T-shirt laying down, and he doesn't have any stomach. He doesn't have any stomach fat around him or that handle.
Stomach.
But it's not much. It's not like you or me. I want to get rid of my stomach fat. I would kill for Tyvus's midsection.
I want to pixelate your whole body.
You should definitely pixelate the facial hair because I ain't shaved,
Timmy,
in a few days.
I mean, Teddy.
Yes.
By the way, T-Bone and Tyvus, weekday morning, 6 to 9, right here on the Fan, 6 to 9.
That was good stuff, Teddy.
Nice. All right,
that was a good poll.
You ready?
I'm waiting on you, homie.
All right, next up, we have Bo Bishop from Bishop and Friends. It's a 3-hour show that we do here. Still 3 hours. And here we go.
I also found out that I was summoned for jury duty next week. So this is the third time in like 2.5 years that I've been summoned for jury duty. Every time it's waived because of the fact that I'm in the media and the fact that I do this. And I'm like, I can't, I'll be at Memorial if you'd like me to weigh in on things from there. I could be happy to do that. And I'm not even in the mix. I'm the guy they call if somebody doesn't show up. This is it. So this was the last 12 hours have been pure joy. So now I got to write the letters to them and then the quick turnaround. This is why you need a First Friday, kids.
I love heavy breathing.
That's not a breathing. That's a sigh. Big sigh.
Now, I, too, have gotten out of jury duty by just filling out the fact that I host a radio show every single day. I don't know if you know me, but I'm the common man. And
I can't do that.
I got stuff to do. And if I'm not here, then nobody listens because who the hell wants to listen to that sitting next to me?
You're very generous. You're very kind. It's very good for confidence.
But Kristen yelled at me recently because she got a jury summons. How do I get out of this? And I said, well, there's a surefire way to get out of it. Do you want to do it? What is it? I said, just draw a little swastika on there or something. They won't call you. I can't. What's the matter with you? Of course you don't. We're not those people. It's terrible. I got it.
That's how you get out.
But do you want to get out of jury duty or not?
You let it be known that you're a staunch racist. They won't have you in that jury. It won't work out.
Again, don't be that person.
I've never been called for jury duty. Sarah actually was, and she did it. She was doing.
What was the trial?
She was called for grand jury, so it was like trial. It was just case after case after case.
I see.
And they passed.
So she was determining. If charges would be filed.
They were determining if this was bad enough that it had to go to trial, or if there was a deal to be made. So she did that for 2 weeks, and boy, what a nice little $15 stipend that was.
Bishop and Friends is 9 to noon right here on the Fan. Teddy?
You want to guess what's next?
Rothman and Ice?
Hey, here's a Rothman and Ice cut. So
that's a show.
Check in here. It's at noon right before us.
Right before.
Every day. Check it out.
I ate healthy yesterday, and I had a salad, but I had to have a side of fries with it. You've seen me do this before.
A lot. So you do it a lot.
And I was dipping the fries in the salad dressing.
I don't see a problem with that. Was it like a Caesar vinaigrette?
It was like a poppy seed. It was amazing.
Okay.
And they were regular fries.
Yeah.
They weren't sweet potato fries. And I'm wondering if sweet potato fries, they don't need anything.
I'm kind of new to the sweet potato fry game, and I've been doing ketchup and ranch. Not combined, but those have been the two that I've been rocking out with right now. So I would love suggestions from anybody if there's a good sauce that pairs well with sweet potato
That's
fries.
right.
But yeah, every time I get them now, I think about
Some
you.
sort of a drizzle.
Oh, yeah.
That you want on there.
Maybe like a little honey glaze would be good on those.
Glaze for sure.
It's the best conversation I ever heard the two of them have. I love talking about fries because I feel like we don't use enough dips in this. You go to Belgium. By the way, they invented the French fries. The French get credit for it, but
it's Belgium.
The Belgians.
The Belgians. The Belgians.
Belgians.
Yeah.
They take it seriously. It's sport. You order fries.
It's sport.
It is. They won't.
They got good competitions.
They don't just give you one, like, here's some ketchup. They give you a flight of dips.
Oh, do they?
They give you a whole flight.
Is it in like a little wooden rack with stainless steel cups?
The classy places
you need to have a good appearance. Like when you go to the what's the place you turned me on to for a secret great fry? Bring your wallet, but they're really good.
Restoration Hardware.
Restoration Hardware.
Go
You
to a
the
furniture
top-
store.
Yep.
For the fries.
Oh, and it's not just the fries. Like the burger there
I
is
understand.
knockout.
Very good.
Their presentation of those fries.
They cone them.
Oh,
they
they're
put them in a cone with the paper.
With the paper, wax paper there, and the stainless steel cups for whatever you want to dip them in. The lemon garlic aioli.
We need more dips. We've just become accustomed to, I'm dipping in ketchup, or, about 15 years ago, it started to become common to ask for a side of ranch. But there's a whole world of dips out there. You were making fun of me with the tzatziki sauce. You dip a fry, you go over to Loops. You take their seasoned fries and you dip it in their tzatziki sauce, your pants fly right off your body.
I'll take you another step, too, that, they make it at Loops. They make it at... why am I blanking on one of my favorite spots out by me? I'll think of it in a second. Zaytoon, another Mediterranean type of grill spot. Spicy feta.
Absolutely.
Spicy feta.
Delicious
great.
with the fries.
And something about those, like the Greek spots, the Mediterranean spots, the seasoning that they use on their fries, they all seem to get that perfect blend of Parmesan. It crisps up. They're fantastic fries.
Both those spots. He was talking about sweet potato fries. Sorry.
What the?
I'm sorry.
What was that?
I couldn't contain it.
Scott, you are disgusting.
I'm sorry. Cut this and put this on the socials. My God. This is what it's like to be a radio host here at Rhyme Time.
Belching
this is what you
on
want to
the
do
air
for a living, isn't it? Yeah, competition, buddy.
No chance.
What was I going to say? Oh, sweet potato fries. I have a dip for sweet potato fries. You're going to think I'm crazy, but then you're going to try it, and you're going to be like, Common Man, you changed my entire life.
You're going to burp out loud when you hear it.
I'm going to tell you what it is, plus more Too Hot with Teddy. Teddy has more audio for us. This is not amateur hour. Right, Timmy?
Well, I mean, it could be.
I just belched. Pretty much is.
We need a good last segment to get out of amateur hour.
Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slow-moving traffic on westbound 670 from Grandview Avenue to I-70, and you're going to hit a 5-minute delay if you're on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, you know what I love the most about you?
That I pay you to do these commercials?
That and the way you treat your customers.
All right, listen. I will hook you up in our warm, inviting environment. You will be greeted by our top sales professionals that are non-commissioned, but will help guide you through the entire process.
You're my guy, Bob. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com. Tell them Bob Capace sent you.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days.
See lindsayhonda.com for details. We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere.
It's in my eyes!
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
If the newest escape room in town is just you trying to escape from your busted garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Good news. Jack has personally invited the fan to the Memorial Tournament, and we're broadcasting 30 hours of live content, and we'll try not to embarrass ourselves.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us, because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Tri-State Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%, and because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you, which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. And for a limited time, we're offering new patients a free first visit to help you get the care you deserve. This includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose to demonstrate to you the amazing effectiveness of our treatments. Call 800-900-9654 or go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We are in the middle of Teddy's fantastic segment. It's called Too Hot. See, that's amateur hour.
Too hot. Put the thing up. What have you been doing the last 5 minutes?
Good afternoon.
You know what? Jump in the chat. YouTube is always fired up. We see a lot of you guys in there. We appreciate it. Robert was saying, you know, he thinks it would be funny to have a second YouTube channel or stream where you can just hear the producer and the host communications. The comms
we can't,
that aren't over the air. And he said, this is good. I'd pay good money to hear Rimmer and that one producer, that's Milan, Jordan, cursing each other out through their headphones.
Well, that's sort of a unique situation. Most of our interactions pretty damn boring, to be honest. All right, Teddy. Too Hot with Teddy. Teddy plays audio. We have not heard it before, and then we comment. You got 3 more. Let's go.
All right, here's one of your favorite all-time announcers. This is Chris Burman. He was on the Pardon My Take podcast, and they're chatting about the home run derby.
I saw that the MLB All-Star Game in 2029, they have not announced who's got the TV rights to it. If that's ESPN, can we please get you doing the home run derby?
Well, I guess we have one more year of it, but we're losing it now. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm in. If they'll have me.
Okay.
I'm still deal signed. I mean, yeah, there you go. We'll have our 50th party at the Home Run Derby. How about that?
Why are we asking for this?
That would be his 50th year in broadcasting.
I don't care.
50. A kick and a stretch.
Look, you can. Chris Burman, for me, when he did Primetime with Tom Jackson, that was one of the best shows I ever watched.
Same for me.
I loved it. I would look forward to it every single week. It was great.
I didn't want to go to CCD on Sunday evenings because I wanted to watch that show.
But Chris Burman doing the Home Run Derby, I hate all things Home Run Derby, so maybe my vision is clouded by this, but it's 3 hours of sounds like the Cadbury Bunny, you sweaty bastard. I don't want to hear you do that ever again. He's wearing that short sleeve white shirt under there with the yellow pit stains.
It's hot. It's the boys of summer, man. Sweating bullets here. Gone. Gone.
All right, Teddy.
I'd hear it.
All right, here's one for Timmy. And Mike, you'll probably enjoy this as well.
Thank you, Teddy.
But it's Scotty Scheffler. So we got a little golf talk here.
Scotty.
Ready? Here we go.
So on behalf of golf fans everywhere, do you have any idea where the tours are in terms of potentially merging so you guys might get a chance to play together more often?
I mean, I don't really know. That's for the higher-ups to decide. And, I've said it a few times this year. If you want to figure out what's going to happen in the game of golf, go to the other tour and ask those guys. I'm still here playing the PGA Tour. We had a tour where we all played together, and the guys that left, it's their responsibility, I think, to bring the tours back together and, go see where they're playing this week and ask them.
And you just got rock hard listening to that, didn't you? You didn't like it.
You suck, you live bastards. Come on. What are you guys doing? You ruined the game of golf. You know what? I don't really care about all them because the tournaments will still be great. They'll still be good.
They haven't ruined the game of golf.
It's the game of golf.
They've ruined themselves. Now they made themselves richer because they already were rich.
Right. And you know what? They could have manipulated this thing to a point where they all band together, and then everybody stays on the PGA Tour, and the purses would still elevate, and you would get the signature events the same way that we've got them. Now, some people think that they only happen because of the Live Divide, but I don't really think that's the case. We've seen a lot of sports, if they're worthy of growing and if they're worthy of getting more money, then they will. And I still think for what's happening, that we have a guy like Scotty Sheffler, like that guy right there, with all these things that are going on in the sport in general, I think we're pretty fortunate to have a star like that to follow and to watch, who seems to be about the right stuff. Like, he doesn't seem too crazy of a wild man competitor, but when he's on the course, he is. And then a good guy off of it. I like Scotty.
Unless he's just, dragging police down the street.
That's right.
In his car.
And he knows how to get arrested. And still playing the tournament.
He's been rehabilitated.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He rehabbed.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you my sweet potato fry thing because people are yelling at me. Sweet potato fry. Try this for a dip. Okay? It's going to sound weird, but it's going to be delicious. Whipped butter with cinnamon.
That sounds delicious.
You take your hot sweet potato fry.
Yeah.
And it's not cold butter. We're not animals here. Whipped room temperature butter.
Some steakhouses will whip the butter
and
for
then you dip the sweet potato fry in there.
What'd you say? Put a little pepper? What'd you say?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Ooh, Ocho. Woo! Thank you, Shannon.
All right, Teddy, one more.
All right. Lastly, we have our great guy that we have on here all the time on Too Hot Audio. He's been on here every week. This is Charles Barkley.
Every week being 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks.
2 times.
All right. And now he's talking about a Minnesota Timberwolves player, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's got some comments for him. All right, here we go.
Shay's cousin, Nickeil Anderson, whatever his name is, Alexander.
Nickeil Alexander.
I mean, it's all hands on deck, man. It's all hands on deck against OKC.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Listen, he was just.
What's his name?
He was laughing
Nickeil Alexander
at your attempt.
What is it? Hey, man,
Nickeil.
What is it?
Nickeil Alexander.
Nickeil. Is his real name Nickeil?
Yeah. No, his fake name's Nickeil.
Boy, somebody just made up some stuff again. Nickeil is not a name. They named him after a coin.
I love that show, man.
It's Nick
Never
E-I-L.
Never
is his
change.
name. Yeah.
And I love how they just don't care. They just don't pretend.
They are having fun with each other.
That's the one thing about, like, Stephen A., like him, don't like him. Like, the one time a year he's got to talk about, I don't know, the World Series or something. You can tell he's out of his element.
And he tries to fake it.
He tries to fake,
and then
Barkley's
he tries to come up
what's
with
this guy's
excuses.
name? I don't know his name.
Yeah. Nickel Alexander Walker. Is this guy's name?
Hey,
Where's
Teddy,
from?
hell of a segment today.
Good job, Teddy.
Good job, Ted.
All right.
You're my guy. What time is it?
That's fun. It's going to be 5 o'clock.
It's 5?
It's going to be 5 o'clock.
What have we been
Happy
talking
hour.
about for 2 whole hours? Timmy will get you caught up with the Pulse coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on northbound 315 at Goodale Street. It is stop and go from Town Street. And we've got a 15-minute delay on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
The Bobcat National Sales Event is happening now at Bobcat Enterprises. Get up to $10,000 in rebates or choose financing as low as 0% for 60 months on the industry's most comfortable compact loaders. See Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville today for incredible savings during the National Sales Event and find the current specials and full line of products at bobcatent.com. Some restrictions apply. Length of contract and rate may vary. Offer ends June 30th, 2025. Bobcat Enterprises, celebrating 50 years of serving you.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Online pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Anthony. You know what the slogan is at the Good Feet store? Good feet, good life. Friends have asked me, how are my personally fit arch supports different from the inserts and insoles they can buy online or in department stores? There are big differences. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to provide me firm yet flexible function. What does that do? They actually help correct poor foot biomechanics, which leads to providing me long-term pain relief. I was also the guy who thought, well, if I buy good shoes, my feet won't hurt. It wasn't a bad thought. A lot of people think shoes are always the problem, when in reality, it's often the foot that goes into the shoe that's the real source of discomfort. When I got my personally fit Good Feet arch supports, my feet felt stabilized. The pain and discomfort went away. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people just like me discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In baseball tonight, the Guardians are up in Detroit beginning a 4-game weekend series with the first-place Tigers. Tanner Bybee will get the ball for Cleveland against Jack Flaherty for Detroit. First pitch tonight is at 6:40. The Reds are off tonight getting ready for a weekend home series with the Chicago Cubs beginning tomorrow. The College Football Playoff Management Committee reached a unanimous agreement earlier today to move the College Football Playoff to a straight seeding model this fall, rewarding the selection committee's top 4 teams with the top 4 seeds and a first-round bye. The 5 highest-ranked conference champions will still be guaranteed spots in the 12-team field. In the NBA playoffs tonight, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, Minnesota looks to even things up with the Thunder. Tip-off from Oklahoma City is at 8:30. This one's sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. I read a thing today about Justin Verlander, who I forgot was still playing. He's pitching with the Giants, 42 years old. Justin Verlander and his quest for 300 wins.
Let him live. What a career.
He's on the IR. He's 0-3 so far this year. He is 38 wins shy. Looky here.
He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get 38 wins. I will eat my own testicles live on the air if he does.
Be careful.
Fry him. I don't need him anyway.
Maybe
Just
do something
fry him
like
up.
I would walk to work and you could actually pay off on
Just
that.
Cut those bad boys off and put a little flour.
You've already had a
Deep fry
vasectomy.
'em.
You'd be talking about a full castration.
And then
now.
we'll take a dip. A little dip to dip that in.
Yeah.
A little ranch.
You're pretty confident. Yeah, I don't think he's getting that.
He's not getting 38 wins. Also, unless the rules of Major League Baseball are radically changed, you will never, ever, ever have a 300-game winner ever again. It is never going to happen. I don't care if the only pitching version of Shohei Ohtani drops down from space. He's got great stuff, and he just whiffs everybody. Just whiffs everybody.
Whiffs everybody.
That's right.
God.
It is never going to happen again.
I mean, look at the guy you're talking about, because Justin Verlander is an all-time great.
He's a Hall of Famer.
All-time great.
He's a future Hall of Famer.
One of the best pitchers in the history of the game. And at his peak, he had 24 wins in a season. I mean, that was his 2011 season with Detroit. 24-5. There's no way we've had anything close to that amount of wins since, right? Or probably even for many years before. What
was the?
He had 24 wins in
Who had
2011.
the most wins last year?
I couldn't tell.
Of any qualifying starting pitcher.
I'm going to say like maybe it was 18 or 19 wins was the most. I couldn't tell you who it was. I wouldn't say that it hit the 20 win plateau.
2024 regular season.
I think you got to go back
18 wins.
What'd I say? 18 or 19?
You had Scooble from the Tigers had 18 wins, and Chris Sale from the Braves had 18 wins. That's it. And Seth Lugo had 16, and Zach Wheeler had 16,
and then in 2019 he had 21 wins with Houston. So I mean that's his only 2 20-win seasons, but he's been really consistent, and it is hard to have that kind of longevity. We've seen top-level pitchers crash out after a nice 3 or 4 year stretch and then struggle to ever get that back. There's a lot of examples of those guys out there.
His career was sort of coming to an end.
Yeah,
and then he was
he had the
reborn down in Houston.
Yeah, then he had that resurgence and had that 2019 year. And to have a 3.31 lifetime ERA, 2.62 and 150, to be that good, and he's 42 now, he's just, unless you were able to somehow stay on the mound until you're 46, 47.
No, he's not.
Which we have seen, right?
He's not doing it.
But we have seen some pitchers go close to 50,
Fine.
but
he's not doing it. He's a future Hall of Famer. The metrics have changed. It used to be, you 300 winner? No, not a Hall of Famer.
Mm-mm.
Not anymore. Can't. You'd never have a pitcher in the Hall of Fame ever again. He's a Hall of Famer. CC Sabathia is a Hall of Famer. He's not even close to 300, but I'm just saying. That is not the benchmark standard anymore. You will never see it again.
Mike, we got a little bit of golf going on.
Matt Coulter update.
Gooch! Yes, we have the Charles Schwab, don't we, Teddy? And we have Scotty Sheffler, who we heard. Thank you for playing the audio in Too Hot with Teddy. He is in the field because he's a good, clean boy, and he is just red hot. And it's in Texas, right? He's not going to sit this one out for Colonial Country Club and the home fans in his home state of Texas. And he eagled number 1 today, so that's great. But Matt Kuchar.
Is he actually playing?
Matt Kuchar, that's why we did the Kuchar update.
I feel like he never shows up anymore.
He's a guy that's not really exempt in a lot of these, like the signature events, like what we're going to have coming up at the Memorial where it's 70 players or so. He doesn't have the stuff. He doesn't have the qualifications to get in there. But Cooch, not great. He's tied for 77th at 1 over par through 10 holes. So
that is some smelly Cooch.
It's not good.
Stinky,
not great.
Smelly. Not good at all.
He's got to get it going. And by the way, I did see Victor Hovland, Jordan Spieth, Ludwig Oberg, Tony Finau, and Ricky Fowler have all joined the field at the Memorial. I heard Dan Sullivan, the tournament director, on with Rothman and Ice today while I was getting my Mickey D's. And it's crazy that Spieth and Fowler, I would have figured with Fowler, not with Spieth, but could you believe that Spieth is in on an exemption as well for a signature event?
He hasn't been playing well.
He's
just a guy now.
When I say that, I don't even want to say he's just a guy, because anybody that can go out and finish top 10s with this kind of talent on the PGA Tour, you're really good. He's not winning major championships.
He was winning championships early in his career.
He had all three. He had 3 of the 4 major championship legs by the time he was 25 years old, I believe. And then, he had that crash and burn at Augusta where he gave that one away. Just gave it away to Danny Willett. And
Danny Willett.
He's struggled. Danny Willett, a fine Englishman.
Bad Cooch at the Charles Schwab.
Yeah.
You know what they say about a bad Cooch, though, sometimes?
I don't.
All it takes is, one summer's eve, and then he can get refreshed, and he'll get back out there the next day.
Rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm.
Rejuvenated, yeah.
That's right. What have we been talking about for the last 2 hours? Well, Timmy will tell you. It's time for the polls.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours?
I just said that.
It's time for the polls.
It's redundant. I
said the exact same thing that big voice guy said for us.
That's bad broadcasting on me. I hate myself for it. I'm going to be driving home thinking about it and contemplating crashing the car. If that makes you feel any better.
I think that used to be a bit on Imus way back in the day. They'd have a producer read the cut verbatim. It's actually kind of funny. It would be sometimes like a 15-second cut, and he would have read it verbatim to set you up. All right, so the number one thing that we're talking about here, we got some shakeup in the format of the college football playoff. Now, you might be aware, you are aware, they're thinking about moving this to 16 teams. That's not happening. But a big point of emphasis is how we are seeding those guys. And so now you would have had a much different picture if you just take last year's playoff bracket. Forget about Boise State being a conference champ, so they get a 3 seed. Forget about Arizona State really not being or barely being in the field. I think they were ranked 11th, and they were the 4 seed.
A Power 4 champion.
Power 4 champ, Big 12, but they were not seen as good of a football team as some of these other ones. So now, scrap all that. Whatever 1 through 12 is, they're going to let these guys in who are conference champs, but say, in Clemson's case, they were 16th. They were a Big 4, a Power 4 conference champ. They would be dead last. They would be the 12 seed because they were the lowest ranked of all those. So you would have Ohio State as the 6, would have hosted Arizona State. You would have had Tennessee as the 7, host SMU. These are all the first round games. I think they're pretty good matchups still. Indiana would have had a home game as the 8, hosting Boise State, the 9.
But then if Indiana wasn't at Notre Dame, we wouldn't have Sean McDonough scolding us.
That's Sean McDonough.
That's him?
Yeah.
Oh.
His voice cracks like 15 times a game.
Stick to Biden.
Whoa, is a bad McDonough. And number 5 seed Clemson. I'm sorry, Clemson's the 12. We just said that. They would have been on the road at number 5, Notre Dame. So that would have completely changed the rest of the field.
Right,
Oregon
this is just
sitting at
common
the
sense
1
to me.
would have played the winner of Indiana and Boise State.
We saw it in practice. It didn't make much sense. I'm glad that we did see it because that pathway helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. If things were different, who knows if the result is the same. But as Teddy pointed this out to me, and as all the domers are pointing this out today, this also could potentially help Notre Dame because Notre Dame was not eligible for a first-round bye under last year's system because they couldn't be a Power 4 champ.
It does. It can help
but
Notre
now,
Dame.
If they finish in the top 4...
There you go. There's your answer.
They're eligible for a bye until they change this to 16 teams, and then nobody gets a bye.
And everybody's playing in the first round.
Sure.
Yeah, based on seed. So we have Blue Jackets general manager Don Waddell. He was talking with the hockey writers, with Mark Scheig.
Some mores.
Yeah, some more. Dan Waddell. And he was just giving some offseason updates and letting us know what's going on with the club. One of the things he hit on was the number 14 and number 20 overall picks. If the right deal comes along, he said yes, 100% without hesitation. They would look to make some moves. He's planning on meeting with Provorov's agent at the Combine. He said he's had some talks with Fabro. They're both willing to talk and both want to stay here about those two players. So, just getting the ball rolling. You'd like to have Coach Dean Evison here for the talks, but he's at Worlds right now. So
he's at Worlds, no talkie.
No talkie.
You missed my hot takes. You didn't put those in there like the Pacers. My hot take on the Pacers from earlier, I thought it was pretty good when I said, how about those Pacers? Look at them. Look what they're doing.
Those Pacers and the way,
they're shooting stuff.
How about the way that Halliburton just makes that shot?
Go right in, and then Reggie Miller's there, and he's winking at him.
Oh, yeah, doing the choking sign. And Donald Trump, of course, we
had audio from the president because he welcomed in
the Florida Gators.
Florida Gators, national champions, men's basketball yesterday.
And he was just having a good hell of a time with the boys. Because these are good-looking guys, I got to tell you. Oh,
as
boy.
He should.
Good guys.
Hey, Timmy, someone stole my $1 billion idea, and I'm very, very upset about it. I'm going to tell you what it is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And traffic is a little slow on westbound 70 on the west side between West Broad Street and Fisher Road. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman for Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. They helped me with my elbow pain, and I'm back on the course. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One, this is where you go to get better.
This summer, something wild is coming to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens soon. Get closer than ever to Mexican wolves, river otters, and more in stunning new habitats. Experience wildlife and conservation in action. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
When it's time to ask life's biggest question, make sure your ring says it all. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar, and we've been helping couples say yes for over 78 years. From brilliant cuts to better prices, the quality and selection of our diamonds is unmatched. Because diamonds aren't just our business, they're our legacy. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com. Bigger diamonds, better prices, guaranteed.
Save big on everything for your next outdoor project when you shop at Menards. Shop the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber, decking, fencing, and timbers. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Get free estimates fast with our easy-to-use fence and deck design programs in-store and on Menards.com. Don't forget to check out our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
This promo is for anyone who likes baseball or America or Terry Francona's scooter. The Reds are on the Fan. Catch all 162 games here on the Fan and 1460 ESPN Columbus and the Fan's HD2. Your home for Reds baseball, the Fan.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt
just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Did you know 38% of Ohio's teenagers have spent money on gambling in video and online games? Items like mystery boxes, skins, and spin to win mimic gambling, putting children at a higher risk of experiencing a gambling disorder as an adult. So get in the know about youth gambling and start the conversation with discussion guides, parent resources, and more at ChangeTheGameOhio.org. That's ChangeTheGameOhio.org.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy, breezy, and cool on this Thursday, and a few light showers possible as well. Temperatures stuck in the mid to upper 50s, down to the low 40s overnight with a little bit of clearing by morning, but the clouds quickly come back on Friday afternoon, as does the risk of a shower. Temperatures running around 60 later in the day. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
My stomach just dropped.
I just got scared for you there.
I got scared.
My goodness.
So we're like a minute away from coming back. I got my phone next to me, and my mom is calling me, which has never happened. And so I'm terrified. Who's dead? What's going on? I know she was picking Samantha up at the bus stop today.
Oh, man, I know. Oh.
So I answer and hear a bunch of ambient noise. Hello? I must have hit your name by mistake. Sorry, honey. How you doing? Great. I'm going to go die now and go back to work.
I honestly couldn't believe that you answered, because what if...
I have to answer.
What if something did go wrong? We're 30 seconds from coming back.
Well, then it's the Teddy and Timmy show.
I got to be a professional after you're running out, because he picks up the phone and just says, did somebody die? That's it.
Well, can I tell you something? They're old. So if it's, your father died, I'm finishing the show.
Oh, boy.
If it's, I'm about to die, I'm still finishing the show.
You know what you do, though? You know what you do, Teddy, when a problem comes along? Crack that whip!
Oh, Jesus.
You must whip it.
Do you know that last night I'm laying in bed, and the only thing I could have in my head is the two of you idiots?
When a problem comes along, you must whip it.
God, don't do it.
Crack that whip!
No.
Go forward.
You do it.
Give the pass a slip.
Devo, let's go.
I could not get it out of my head last night.
Break your mama's back.
Who's that Paul Pound store over there?
It's not too late to whip it. Whip it good.
And then I started thinking about other 80s songs, and I was just giggling. I was giggling, laying in bed, trying to fall asleep. No, that's not funny enough. I was thinking about...
It's funny? Take on Me?
Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Relax.
Do those for me.
Relax. Don't do it.
If you want to get to relax. Don't do it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very dumb one.
That's a banger.
It's not as good as Whip It Good. Crack. I just love to crack that whip.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Synthesizers for days.
This was just the only hit they had, right, Teddy?
I think so, yeah. Are there even any words in this song?
Yeah,
other than "Don't Do It"?
There's not a huge chorus. Not a lot of hidden meanings. It's not a Bob Dylan song.
Relax, don't do it. When you want to go to it, relax.
Just think about this tonight while you're trying to fall asleep. Or pleasure yourself.
Oh, man.
All right, someone stole my $1 billion idea. I'm going to tell you what it is.
$1 billion idea?
I said years ago that we're never going to be able to eliminate doping in the Olympics. It's just never going to happen. We can have all these rules put into place. We test your pee-pee. And then 4 years after the fact, they're like, oh, yeah, if we found out that someone's 12 and was on steroids, so we take their medal away. But it's 4 years later, and you don't care because they had their moment on the podium. So I say, if you can't beat them, join them. Embrace it. We truly make this nation against nation. Not only is it the top athletes from every single nation going head-to-head, it's the top scientists. They also get to stand on a podium. If your roided-out athlete wins, then the scientist who also helped that person, who's sticking the needle in Drago's ass.
Yeah. Because that's all I could think of is Drago, roided up.
Is there, too, getting a gold syringe around their neck.
Man, just imagine if Rocky was roiding the way Drago was roiding. Won that thing
Rocky
fair and square anyway.
Stallone was roiding.
The character was a good, clean boy.
That's right. He wasn't roiding.
Rocky was Sly Stallone roiding.
Stallone was roiding.
So was Dolph.
So here it is. This is from Dan Murphy, ESPN.com. A new company hoping to infuse unprecedented levels of science, money, and performance-enhancing drugs into Olympic-style sports says it will hold its first formal competition May 2026 in Las Vegas. It's called the Enhanced Games. It announced plans yesterday to host in exactly 1 year its first annual competition in which athletes will be allowed, if not outright encouraged, to use PEDs like steroids, testosterone, growth hormone that are typically legal to possess but banned in sports. Organizers hope to remove the stigma of using these substances and promote safer ways to punish the limits or push the limits of human performance.
I got to tell you, I got to tell you, this was your idea?
Yes, Teddy, you can back me up on this.
Steroid games.
Yeah, he's been saying this for years.
What are we going to do now?
Just dope them up.
A restaurant that serves human flesh? Again, my idea.
Wow.
My idea.
Is this gonna be a thing?
Well, they announced it, and here's what I know.
They got a lot of venture capitalists.
If you announce something like the Live PGA merger, it's going to happen. Never do you announce something and it never happens.
Yeah. Well, and they broke a couple of world records doing this when they were testing it out with the one guy.
Well, who's the one guy?
He's a European.
Is that Gakolemev?
Yeah, a swimmer.
Yeah.
And he set 1 or 2 world records.
Well, good for him.
Well,
he's
all
a cheating bastard.
Out, of course.
I mean,
I think he's
think you're gonna
he's
get?
30s too.
He's not cheating. He's just getting ready for the enhanced games.
Couldn't we just rename the league to that?
Think about it, okay? Think about the pride that you're going to feel.
Yeah.
All right, like we watch Katie Ledecky, fine.
she's
fine.
Whatever. She's a little slow in the pool
think about
compared to what we could be here.
The
when everybody's
enhanced
Captain America out
games.
there drinking the blue juice.
You know, Katie Ledecky, she's there. They show the little videos of her as a little kid and how all she wanted to do was be an Olympic swimmer and little fluffy stories about that. We've seen it. We've done that. But then you fast forward to the enhanced games and some chick named
Milosh.
Milosh stands on the podium
and has a needle sticking out of her ace.
Dominating
so much.
And she's got a penis just sticking out of her head, her forehead. She's grown.
You are sick.
Balls and shaft. While her auntie plays. Thank you very much. So happy to be here and dominate.
This is the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
It's great.
I can't believe
people want to see
Dan
freaks.
Murphy has done an article where this is on ESPN.com. This is something that's happening.
You've got millions
May
of dollars
in Las
behind
Vegas.
this. This is not just a dope like me. Millions of dollars are being pledged to this.
I have to read it again. It's going to be PEDs like steroids, testosterone, and growth hormone that are typically legal to possess but banned in sports.
Correct.
So it's all legal.
I'm telling you,
it's
man.
all legal. Would any medical professionals come out and say, yeah, this tracks. We should do this. We should encourage
you seen
this.
Some of these shady doctors? Absolutely, they would.
I'm not talking about shady doctors. I'm talking about learned doctors. Good ones. I'm talking about the Aaron Crafts of the world. If Aaron Kraft says this is a good idea.
He's all in on this.
If Aaron Kraft tells me this is a good idea, I'm with you. If not, I'm with Kraft.
Aaron Kraft's
He's
got
a good boy.
Wieners poking out of his forehead right now.
You take that back. You dirty, dirty man.
You can't say anything about Aaron Kraft in Timmy's presence.
He would never.
Ted, you'd watch that. If you're watching spring football, you would watch that.
I would check it out the first time.
Absolutely. People want to see freaks. Look at TLC.
You ever seen a yak woman? She had big old horns coming out of her head. Ugly as sin, but a sweet gal. Hell of a good cook.
Zach Edey's going to be there.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Zach Edey
roided out?
Roids?
Oh yeah, he's a Sasquatch.
Teddy, were you ever in on Captain America at all? I know you don't do any of the movies or the comic book characters. So that dude, he's 5'4".
Yeah, small
and then
guy.
he gets the Captain America serum treatment, and he goes to be like 6'4", 235 pounds.
Yes.
Would Zach Edey then become like 8'9"? I mean, he'd look like an actual rhinoceros. Like, what would he be? He'd be a giant. He'd be the Jolly Green Giant. All because Aaron D'Souza is going to make this happen.
Doug Gottlieb thinks a grown-ass man will fix his terrible basketball team. Details in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's blocking the left lane on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt at Main Street. Emergency crews are on scene, adding to that holdup. And we've got to slow down on northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and 161. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
Are you experiencing knee pain? Is something as simple as walking up and down the stairs painful? Well, I found the answer to your pain. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. What Columbus Medical Director Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team are doing is nothing short of remarkable. They are using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. These are biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joints. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing old tissues. Best part with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, there's no surgeries involved, and there's no downtime. This is an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. The patient's satisfaction reports are astonishing. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatment that can help you live your best life. The consultation is free. New locations in Grove City and Canal Winchester. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Much greater than 0.
Crack that whip.
Stop.
Yeah, the best is there. All right, I'm done. No more Devo. No more Devo. One of Ohio's best.
Doug Gottlieb.
Yeah, you love Doug Gottlieb more than most.
He's fantastic. He was the head coach of the Green Bay Phoenix last year.
Hey, did a good job.
At one point, I think they lost 21 in a row. Is that right?
Good job, Doug.
But now he's got a new transfer. His name is Ramel Bethia. He spent the last season with where was he? Miracosta College in San Diego.
I love hearing you breaking this down. It's just gold. It's
crack gold. Whip. He averaged team highs with 12.7 points, 9.7 rebounds,
good,
4.6 blocks per game. That's pretty good. So what's the catch? He's in a month. He's gonna have a birthday. He's gonna be 29 years old. He's a grown man. He's not a good, clean boy. He's a good, clean man.
Yeah, you know what? Eligibility, though. We've seen some cases before. I think George Mason, when they won,
I don't remember.
They made it to the Final Four. You remember when Jim Larinaga was coaching at George Mason? They were one of the first good, clean programs.
It's James Laurinaitis.
Shut up. It's Jim Madison.
It's pronounced Laurinaitis.
George Mason.
Teddy, are you pumping nitrous in here? I'm just so giddy because it's like Scotland outside today.
But it's hot as hell in here.
It's hot in here.
My
but
glasses
then you go
are
outside.
fogging up. You're being so stupid right now. I love hearing
anyway,
you
go
set
ahead.
up that
Talk
story.
about Manuel Noriega again.
I can't talk about who? The guy? This guy?
Well, you were talking about somebody.
No, I was
George Laurinaitis.
I was saying that George Mason had a 28-year-old player on their basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
It does happen. I mean, how the hell? What about Brandon Whedon? Whoa! Oh, come on! Oh, just because men are old doesn't mean they don't deserve opportunities. You know, I'm an old man, still president. Do the job. Hey, AARP. Mensa.
Tush push debate apparently got heated yesterday. Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie.
I can't believe we waited till now. This is my favorite. This is my favorite story. Favorite story of the day.
Spoke for an hour, and I guess was aggravating all of the owners in there. He made an analogy. I guess he called T-Bone for a bad analogy, telling the room that regardless of whether the play was banned, it's a win-win for the Eagles. Adding it was like, quote, a wet dream for a teenage boy, end quote.
He did not say that.
He did. Like a wet dream for a teenage boy to create a play that was so successful that the only way for it to be stopped was it to be banned.
Whip it!
And then Troy Vincent, who was the VP of football ops for the NFL, he chastised Jeff Lurie.
Whip it good!
And said, there's ladies present. We don't talk like that because apparently we had this in the Old West, too. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know you were here. Sorry about that foul language there, ma'am.
You foghorn leghorn? I say. Well, you can't be talking like that now. You hear?
That show's over now, right?
What are you doing with that exacto knife, Gage?
No, Teddy, that's Maine.
That's Maine. That's
How you doing there, Gage? Bad you in the pet cemetery, eh?
I say you can't be talking language like that when there's a woman in a room. You hear? Okay.
All right, anyway. Jeff Lurie says, the boy's wet dream.
It's a good...
boy's
dream.
Yes. Apparently, this went on for an hour. And Jed York of the Niners asked Lurie, how much more S do you need to say?
I'd love to be a fly in the wall.
There were scattered laughs. That's good. I'm glad they were chuckling. How can you not laugh and have a good time with that? Jeffrey Lurie's just an incensed animal. Just
if you ban
these jokes,
it's still going to be a win-win because it's like a wet dream. For a teenage boy.
Why does Jeffrey Lurie sound like Vince now?
He's ranting and raving for an hour. I'm Vince McMahon.
Think he's hot-blooded?
You're fired. Crack that whip.
It's not too late. Go forward. Move ahead. It's not too late to whip it. Whip it good. Whoosh. Bum, 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 bum. Jesus. Can we just be done?
I'm going to have a stroke. I really am. God.
Well,
hey,
the problem
Teddy.
comes along.
Yeah.
We got Guardians at the Tigers tonight.
We're going to break that down?
Reds? No. Reds are off.
All right, come on.
Reds are hosting the Cubs this weekend.
Yeah, hosting air
tomorrow.
quotes when all the drunk Wrigley people invade your ballpark.
Yeah.
Is Hunter on the hill tomorrow? Hunter Green is supposed to come back, right?
We talked about that earlier in the week. I think that's still...
Is that still the thing?
Going?
It's going to be like 80-20 Cubs fans there. You know that, though.
No.
Yes, it will.
Maybe
I saw,
60-40,
I saw a little
maybe.
thing online where they're begging, like, please, Reds fans, don't sell your tickets to Cubby. Guess who's going to the game on Saturday?
Cubby fan Fishy.
Fishy.
Yeah.
Fishy go dressed like Andre Dawson.
Is he paying for those tickets?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Tickets?
Did he get those tickets from the Reds? This is like Elaine wearing the Orioles cap.
Oh,
Fishy, if you got your tickets from the Reds, dude, you can't go down there rooting for the Cubs.
No.
That's disrespectful.
We had this conversation a month ago. One of our other good, clean boys, Coley B., our producer for Rothman and Ice. He's doing a good job. He's fine. and he's a big Pirates fan. And I said, well, I mean, we have these tickets that we can inquire about and oftentimes receive because of the partnership with the Reds. You can go down there, enjoy a Saturday or Sunday game or a weeknight game if you get the night off. But you can't be dressed like Pirates boy if you're going to see the Pirates at Cincinnati when
you're taking
they're
the
giving
Reds
you
tickets.
the tickets.
I agree.
Buy them on your own. That's fine.
Then you can raise the Jolly Roger. You can dress like a pirate and bring in your peg leg and whatever you want to do.
Cut your leg off and put a block of wood down there. Do whatever you want to do.
I know Reeser went down to the games over the weekend. He's a Guardians fan.
He said he was making good comments.
And yeah, he had his own little radio show going.
He said he was conducting a little radio show to all his friends during the game.
Did he just get free tickets and then root for the Guardians against the Reds?
I don't know if he was wearing.
Or did he pay for those tickets?
And was he wearing Guardian stuff? Just wear a black T-shirt.
I feel like we got to draw the line because we can't have.
Yes, we do.
Mark the Shark's a huge Guardians fan.
Yeah.
Right? And I've seen some of the shirts that he wears.
He's the biggest. He's got that.
He's like, he's
got that face.
Smiling Wahoo's not good enough for me. I want really old school Wahoo.
How much old? Does it get any more old school than?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
worse. Much worse.
Scotland.
I have a place.
Aberdeen.
I also have a place in Aberdeen, Scotland. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places.
This is the worst decision ever to have the two of us host a show together. You know that?
My God.
This is the worst. I'm surprised that it took 2 weeks to get to this point.
Are you,
I'm actually proud of us. I'm proud of us that it didn't take 2 days.
Had to settle in before we just got to complete delirious mode.
I'm saying if you get free tickets from the Reds,
you can't
go
wear the other
root for another team.
No,
sorry.
I'm down with that.
And you know what? When I go back and I watch that Seinfeld, Elaine's in the wrong.
Elaine
is in the wrong.
She was in the owner's box. You can't
free
do
tickets in the owner's box, Yankee box, and she's wearing an Orioles cap.
And I'm an Orioles
disrespectful.
fan. You can't do that. Just wear clothes. Wear clothes. You can do a little.
How are you saying that word?
Clothes.
Are you do
clothes? Wear some clothes.
Clothes. Wear clothes.
Wear the clothes.
Hey, did you hear that too?
Yeah, that was a little weird, wasn't it?
Sounds a little strange.
Wear clothes.
Clothes. Wear clothes. The mountains. Crack that whip.
No.
Stop it. God, is this segment over yet?
Yes, it is.
Jesus.
Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to Neal Avenue. We've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 on the west side between West Broad Street and Fisher Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hiring today for tomorrow with WM. A stable career and a safe environment. That's what you get as a heavy-duty mechanic at WM.
Plus great benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family.
WM is now hiring heavy-duty mechanics in Columbus. Get boot and tool allowance and additional pay with a Cummins certification or CDL license.
There are openings for CDL truck drivers too with home daily routes.
Apply online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com.
A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
The standing room only with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Sheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Summer 2025 is bringing something wild to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens this summer, a reimagined zoo region inspired by your national parks. Get ready to get up close with Mexican wolves, black bears, river otters, bald eagles, and more in breathtaking new habitats. Discover local wildlife and conservation in action like never before. Plan your visit today. Visit columbuszoo.org for details.
If the HOA has your face on a wanted poster because of your hideous garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
The Fan is headed to the Memorial. Are you ready for 30 hours of live coverage? Oh, it's true, baby.
Sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. TheWaterworks.com.
The best Memorial coverage, The Fan.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere.
It's in my eyes.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
All right.
Back on track.
You know, it doesn't happen too often that I just get the giggles. I can't function.
Yeah.
I'll laugh. I'll have fun. We'll have moments.
It happened.
But that was really something.
It's okay.
Hey,
It
Teddy,
is okay.
This ain't one of them, buddy.
No, very unprofessional.
You were leading the charge.
Stop it.
I look over at Teddy during that segment. He's got his arms up in the air going boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom.
He's cracking the whip. How you doing, Teddy?
I'm doing good,
What's
Mike.
for dinner tonight, Timmy?
Tonight,
pizza.
You know what? Who's beneath a frozen pizza night?
I got no problem with that.
Right? I mean, I get everybody usually has a night throughout the week that is pizza night, and you're going to go out to one of your favorite spots.
Actually, there was a pizza that I wanted to
Flyers
try. I
for me,
forget
right?
which one. A frozen pizza. I saw our guy,
a new branded frozen pizza.
big listener of the show, Jordan. You can follow him on Instagram. Jordan Tries. He just goes around and eats food.
Give me the brand. I want to look at it.
Well, I liked one of his things, but I forgot the brand name. It's called Wild Mike's Ultimate Pizza.
Wild Mike's.
And the one that he's eating is a sausage and a pep, and it looks pretty good. And he seems to enjoy it from his review. Wild Mike's.
Okay. I'm looking at photos of this. I can't say that I've noticed this or seen it. And I was just at Meijer.
I don't think I've seen
the other
it either,
day,
but
and I didn't see it. And you know what? You told me You were wrong about something. You were wrong, Colonel Sanders.
What?
You told me that tombstones were now boxed, and they are not.
No, they are. I have one in my freezer right now that's boxed.
They ain't. I was just there.
Did they
yesterday.
correct the issue, or are they selling you old pie?
Old pie?
Maybe it's a couple months old, and they're just selling it to you.
You think my local Meijer would stock couple-month-old tombstone pieces?
I'm not lying to you. They were, for a while, putting them in the box. Maybe they discovered the error of their ways.
And maybe they left it.
And they stopped.
They left it abruptly.
It's like, hey, it costs more money to actually do this.
Right, why do it? I believe you. So what is it, just they just have it wrapped in cellophane? Do they still have the little piece of cardboard under it, though?
It's all the same, except they put it in like a Red Baron box.
Yeah, it's a new thing that they're trying right now. New box packaging.
Well, it sucks.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It adds to the cost of production. You can't tell me that it doesn't. And what do you think? They eat those costs or they pass it on to us, the fine Americans buying their product?
Pass the savings on to you.
They say they're doing it to highlight the high-quality toppings and ingredients.
Stop.
What does that even mean?
Why does everything have to be a gourmet item? You are a tombstone pizza. Embrace your role in life.
You're missing
it's wonderful.
That's not even the point. What does a box do about the ingredients?
Apparently makes you not think about the rabbit turd sausages they put on the top, which I love, by the way.
It's great.
But it looks like fecal matter.
But it's not. It's delicious.
It may be. I don't even care. It's good.
Yeah, Tombstone's good. So you can definitely do a frozen pizza for dinner one night. We're actually doing a pasta with mild Italian sausage instead of ground beef in the sauce.
Red sauce.
Yeah, we're doing a red sauce with Italian sausage. What are you doing for dinner, by the way?
Tonight, I'm picking up sandwiches tonight. We're having a little potbelly sandwich night.
The three of you?
Yeah. We each get our own sandwich.
Kristen gets a sandwich. Samantha gets a sandwich. You take them home. They'll order for the three.
Maybe a little cookie.
You know what?
They got good cookie there.
The good cookie. Cookies are good there. I am not allowed to do a sandwich night for dinner because my wife is a moron.
Why?
She won't
She doesn't like sandwiches?
She does. She likes sandwiches. She just has some hard line about that's not for dinner. I can't do
sandwiches anytime.
I can't do it for dinner because it's not.
You have hamburgers for dinner? That's a sandwich.
We do have hamburgers for dinner. I think we've done grilled cheese dinner nights before.
All right, so grilled cheese she has no problem with, but if it's a cold cut, she's got a problem with?
I couldn't go and pick up Jersey Mike's and that can be our dinner. That's got to be lunch. I love a good sub sandwich. And when I was growing up, we would actually do a sub sandwich night at home where we would buy all the stuff, buy a nicer, sub bread or whatever, like Kaiser rolls, submarine bread, whatever you're thinking of. And we would slap together whatever kind of sandwich we wanted.
Actually, you go home and tell your wife. This is the second night in a row I've had a sandwich for dinner because last night I made myself the meatball hoagie.
Yeah, right.
And tonight I'm going some sort of probably roast beef and provolone.
Right, like
maybe
she's
an
got
Italian.
Nothing against hot sandwiches, but it's like a hard line. If we have, God forbid, I prefer cold sandwiches. It's not that I won't have a Philly cheesesteak. I love those too, and Portillo's, those Italian beef sandwiches.
She's okay
phenomenal
with like a hot steak sandwich.
Yep.
But if it's a salami, like a cold Italian,
like an Italian,
no,
yeah, that's no dinner. It makes no sense.
Okay.
It's the most illogical thing that we maybe have going on at home, but can't do it. So we're doing a little pasta.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
How smart are we at Ohio State?
Oh, they're very smart.
Us, no. So we got the full list of all the Big Ten schools in the U.S. News and World Report's 2025 academic rankings. So here's where we are in the Big Ten. Number 1, no big shocker, Northwestern University. Number 2, UCLA. Number 3, University of Michigan. Stinks to see them so far up there.
No Dookie?
This is Big Ten.
Oh, this is Big Ten.
Big Ten rankings.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
You were talking about UCLA. I got confused. Yes, they are in this conference. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe
Not
sometime
anymore.
soon.
No.
Maybe sometime soon. Number 4 is USC. Number 5, University of Illinois. Smart fishy. Number 6,
dumb fishy.
University of Wisconsin-Madison. And number 7, tied with Rutgers, is The Ohio State University. Now, where did that put Ohio State overall? Number 41 out of 436 schools from the best national universities list.
That's nice.
Number 15 spot, okay, different ranking, but 15th in the country for top public schools. Number 41 overall out of 436 schools from the best national universities list. So that's pretty
I'm going to say congratulations.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
And
that's not a bad thing.
I don't care about any of that. They could be last in the conference. As long as I get my national championship, which I did last season. God bless.
Anthony Edwards seems to have something in common with one of our favorite boys, Jack Sawyer. You know what that is?
Goes from Pittsburgh?
No, Jack Sawyer. He sometimes will be a little off color with his language.
Jack
he
Sawyer's
gets excited.
Not from Pittsburgh. Plays in Pittsburgh.
Plays in
now.
Pittsburgh. But I mean, you put a microphone in front of Jack Sawyer, it's like, oh, F, oh, S, man, oh, MF. Well, Anthony Edwards, he was just fined $50,000 for his latest post-game profanity. He was looking over his numbers and said, I only took 13 effing shots in the defeat, so they tagged him for that one. He could say F word sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Timmy.
All right, you too.
We got a big Friday show. There's part of me that thinks as soon as we walk out of this studio today, the pink slip is
it's all
coming.
Over.
It's all done. So we'll see you when we see you. Maybe tomorrow. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from James Road to 270. And traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 from 33 to I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordellDart.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Get Mega May discounts at Coghlan Kia. Lease a new Kia K4, only $89 a month for 24 months. Or get 1.9% financing for 48 months. Or $2,000 bonus cash on a new 25 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
$49.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. 20 cents per mile over. Tax, title, and license fees exclusive. No security deposit. $400 disposition fee every cent. 1.9 for 48 equals $21.65 for 1,005. With approved credit through KMF. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. N6225.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
I've been able to resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Here's a fresh deal on produce. 18-ounce containers of blueberries and 2-pound containers of strawberries are only $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If your garage door is so ugly that the FedEx guy is just literally baseball chucking your packages at it, so you get the point, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, you know what I love the most about you?
That I pay you to do these commercials?
That and the way you treat your customers.
All right, listen. I will hook you up in our warm, inviting environment. You will be greeted by our top sales professionals that are non-commissioned, but will help guide you through the entire process.
You're my guy, Bob. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com. Tell him Bob Capace sent you.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.